Mexican. It's tall for Mexican, but he was like big and shit. You know, he tell us like the nigga was like a rancher and shit, but he always wanted to fight someone and shit. And that shit cool when you're young. You know what I mean? But I'm like, there it is. And then you got like the person who like 24 who just like drinking just a drink, who don't know how to handle their liquor, bro. And a place where there's gonna be 70,000 people, who there's gonna, bro, too many factors. I feel like Coachella more chill because we already know what Coachella is. Rolling Loud, I mean, you see the lineup. There ain't no Billie Eilish on that bitch. You know what I mean?
Right, and Billie Eilish does care about her fans, let them be dying. So,
hey man, according to Trav, he put out he's trying to shit. I deleted all my windows, close all my windows, but he's trying to make it safer for people who go to festivals.
well, in the interview, you said that like last year.
No, he actually put out
I put a new interview.
A new interview, like a writing interview, not an actual video interview, a writing interview. It's like he's trying to make it safer. Like,
did he say he's actually doing anything, or he just said nah? In my
it's
head.
a program. it's a program for lineup and festivals. But I'm like,
God, that
yeah,
nigga
I'm
donated
like,
50 racks and say, yo, hold that. Shout out to King Benny in the chat. We just went live, King Benny.
It was good, Benny.
Anything.
Yeah. So, I mean, Nike's behind them. I think it's so Houston. So like, no, Nike, like they don't give a. I mean, RIP to those people,
Yeah,
but they
Nike
don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They knew this was gonna pass because Trap. It's not like Trap told everyone like, "Yo, man, let's do drugs, bro. Yo, get a line of coke, and we're about to rage to way back." Like, no, he didn't, bro.
That's the same as promoting McDonald's. Though. McDonald's cocaine. I don't know which one worse.
Hey, bro, when you go through the drive-through thing and you see the little sticker, that bitch does say, "Yo, if you're pregnant, this shit might cause cancer." Warning.
At McDonald's?
Yeah.
No, it does not.
Yeah, it does when you go to the thing.
The what? The food or like
the food? Or some
nigga,
shit.
stop.
Already,
nigga, unprovoked line. McDonald's. Yeah. You're telling me McDonald's has a sticker? I never seen that shit before. This nigga lying.
Mind you, it was mad years ago, but I could have sworn.
All right. Fair said I like OJ speaking about domestic abuse. No, that man innocent. And they went to jail because he stole his shit back. What do you mean?
Yo, but it's crazy looking at like dissecting it. I think it's cool to judge things after you're like a couple months away from remove. Travis Scott was not to blame. That's why Nike, they released some shit in this store. It was like a Utopia's his place, yada yada. It was just like a little phrase, like a little card. It was like you know when back in the days you used to get like a Jordan retro card.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like that, with like a little phrase of Trav, like Utopia still on the go and shit. And I'm like, yeah. He didn't do nothing to those people. What it just shows you, or when I was referring to Rolling Loud, people are fucked up people. People are not gonna care about you. That's why you need to go with a good group. People didn't know how to act at a Travis Scott festival, and that's why those people were decent human beings. They would have stopped, picked them up. No, they just wanted to have fun. They knew the exactly. This Rolling Loud lineup is crazy. By the way, this shit is like, people are gonna be flying from fucking other countries and other fucking places to go see this shit. And the fact that I'm pretty sure the capacity bare minimum is 70,000. Yeah. And it's spring break time. Yeah. Crazy.
Nike said Black Lives Matter, but not y'all. When they talking, I don't know if black people died. Actually, I think the little boy was black. I think it was on his dad's shoulder and fell off. I think like it was black.
Yeah. R.I.P. Emmett Till, man. They finally passed the bill, which is crazy that we're in the year 2022. I mean,
yeah, it's a wild transition.
He was a kid.
Oh my god. Yo.
Yeah, why you laughing, man?
Yo, why you trying? Yo, why does the transition you make? No. Travis Scott and Till.
Fuck. The kid. They finally passed a bill for, it was just like,
yeah, Travis Scott is like them white niggas. Fuck.
It was like a non-hate or a hate crime or whatever.
Is Kylie the white woman that would have like lied on Emmett Till? Is that what you're saying?
Kylie?
Yeah, is she like the white woman?
Is that the reference? I wasn't even drawing the correlation there.
I don't know. Kylie looked like a woman that would lie on a black man. Look what happened to Tiger.
Emmett Till did fuck that girl, right? And then
no, he didn't. The girl said he didn't. The woman came. See, it's like a spreading misinformation. The lady literally in the hospital was like, yeah, I was like,
she didn't fuck him?
No, of course he didn't fuck her. She was lying.
No, I thought they had like an actual relationship, not like at the end.
And was that
The
Emmett
people
Till? Was
found.
Emmett Till the kid? Wasn't it like he looked at her?
Is that what it was? I thought they had like a sexual intercourse, and then like people found out, and then she said like, "Oh my gosh, he attacked me," and that's when it spun out of proportion.
Well, that has happened to multiple black people back in them times. But I
Yeah.
think Emmett Till specifically, I don't think that was happening to Emmett Till.
So
But
it
I
was
don't
just a
remember.
look. I thought,
What?
but that
But
could have been
I'll say
just
whatever he she accused him of doing, he
yeah,
didn't
it
actually
wasn't
do
true. Yeah,
because the lady
it wasn't.
like actually retracted it like
Yeah, and they
50
still
years later.
yeah, and they still ended up lynching him. Metro don't know the Emmett Till, but don't even know the girl. He didn't even know the girl. I mean, if we look back at it now, maybe she found him attractive or something. And then maybe she's like, oh my gosh, and then her family. I mean, I'm just that's kind of crazy. Your family would literally have to be fucking racist or some shit. I always thought that was, I don't know. I mean,
But I
I'm
think
starting
they
about.
were racist, right?
Yeah, they were
why
racist.
why you say, yeah, and he was like,
Yeah,
I'm not saying they are racist, but I don't know, it looks pretty racist.
yeah. No, I was speaking specifically about like, yeah, but I'm just saying like they would just have to.
Oh,
Be
you're saying
racist.
Cali racist? I got you.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me because I'm like Travis.
Travis not even black like that. You're right.
I mean, there's a difference between Travis and like freaking.
Tiger?
No, not Tyga. So he's like on the same blend as him. Like Tyga, yeah. Like who?
No, Travis Scott look like a hooligan. You wild.
Travis Scott?
Travis Scott, a nigga you see tonight. You might cross the street.
Nah. Travis, you know he take pills and shit. He was yeah. What's up? Trav the Fiend. That's the guy Ti was telling to.
King Weekend. So it's the King Weekend. King Weekend says nothing was the same. Greatest hip hop. I did see that tweet on Twitter today. Had a lot of likes.
Which it was so crazy because I feel like shout out to Hip Hop by the Numbers. I respect you. I fuck with you. But I'm like I feel like you're just bored and shit. Again, there's nothing happening in hip hop. You have this shit titled Batman, the Baby versus the World, and gas price and shit. But that's not a hot take no more. Drake came out 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? I was prior to Scorpion. I think he said he feels like Nothing Was the Same was his best work. And I'm like, then everyone just like proclaimed it and agreed with it and shit. And like, I'm like, so it's not. I'm like, it must have just been really boring. That's not a hot take. Back when I was saying it, like, yo, that's his best album. And I don't believe it was 2015. I think it was around when Views came out. So it was probably 2016. And I was just like, damn, peak Drake is, which Views is a good album. But I'm like, damn, peak Drake, like, his best album is Nothing Was the Same and shit. And people are like, nah, it's Take Care and shit. And I'm like, bro, yeah, back to the thing with Drake, you always say, it's just a moment that a lot of people were in their lives when they say Take Care is his best album. Because Drake is reaching heights and you're reaching heights and whatever. And I'm not saying you're reaching heights and you can be reaching heights and passing a class, fucking a bitch. Like, Take Care is a theme, is the background for like a lot of people for that time. That doesn't mean it's his best work and shit. Same thing how people thought, like, I thought Damn is better than 444 just because it's popular and it's good music. No, it's not better than 444. Looking back years later, 444 is the better album. But people are just so nut hugging to Drake and shit. Like, yo, it's Take Care. Like, motherfucker. Drake has other albums by now. Like, you could, like, bro, you know Drake has made better music than Take Care, bro.
Hey,
that's not a hot take.
I feel like he's talking about Take Care like it's so far gone or something. I don't know. acting like Take Care so far gone. No, I don't know. I don't know.
Nothing Was the Same.
Take Care got like 45 songs on all them shits is fire.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't have his fire songs. Nothing Was the Same or Take Care for you.
Oh, I'm going to Take Care. I think. But when Nothing Was the Same came out, I hated Start From the Bottom. I thought that shit was a terrible single. You know what else I hated? Worst Behavior. I was like, oh, this is a garbage song. I hate Start From the Bottom.
Your mom.
I hate everything about Start From the Bottom. I hated the song. I know because it got overplayed too. It got played so much. I hated the song. I thought the music video was stupid. Because that music video got mad spins too. Worst Behavior. I was like, this song is good, but this song isn't. I feel like I wanted better from Drake. I feel like the quality of this song wasn't that good. Worst Behavior is fire. Worst Behavior is just a take. It is supposed to just be a turn up song, but at that point, Drake. I feel like Drake's turn up songs weren't garbage yet. They weren't just like the lowest. The Worst Behavior is like the lowest denominator, bro.
It's actually
like it's fire, but it's like the lowest in like compare that shit to the motto, my nigga. The motto is a way better song than that. It's not even close.
But that shit's amazing.
Headlines,
it's like,
come on.
It has peak Wayne on it though too. It's not like Drake did that to. And there was mad remixes to that. There was the Tiger remix. This is when Tiger was like running over everything. Young Money. A lot of factors played into the motto. Drake didn't make the motto.
Okay, headlines.
It's better than Headlines.
Stop, my nigga. I thought that was not bad Drake, but I want better. You demands. You go in against Kendrick and Cole, and this is it. Kendrick and Cole are dropping this bullshit at this stage in their career.
Have y'all seen the Gambino got his haircut?
I mean, Gambinos I fuck with are added that are in jail, so I don't know.
I mean,
that's a mob reference. If you know what that is.
Shout out to the mob that got ties. Two different mobs, alright? Because when it's what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, Atlanta's coming back. So if that's what you're referring to.
Apparently, there's 2 more seasons and it's canceled. I've seen that also on Twitter.
No, it's not canceled. It's over. Like, he doesn't want to stretch it out. Which prior to us seeing the trailer, he said like this is gonna be like if we were like able to see Kanye West, which is kind of crazy, but it makes sense. Like Kanye West reaching graduation status, like popularity. Which in this show, if you do know, right? Don't like a lot of people always say like in hip hop's like the people overseas always love you more when you tour over there.
Well, that's literally just because they don't get to see you as much. I live in Toronto. I've seen Drake perform. Well, we're speaking more like times.
UK. I feel like Canada's more closer to like America and shit. But
yeah. But you go to if you're touring the UK, it's the internet. You gotta be like a straight up international tour. A nigga who come to Toronto just like I'm coming to Toronto. Shit. But they just don't see you as much.
Yeah.
Like if you live in New York, in the 2000s, you see 50 Cent 20,000 times. You live in Spain.
It's amazing. Like imagine if you got to see Soulja Boy and shit. Like he went to the UK. Like even this is after like Crank That or whatever. You would be hyped because you don't get to see him. And that's what like Doughboy career is. He's not Soulja Boy, but he has like a viral hit, and it's cool that like hygiene related him reaching popularity.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Oh no, this is the whole idea for the new season of Atlanta.
Oh,
I was trying to like.
I was like, Doughboy, the rapper. I be fucking him. Like, yeah, that nigga up next. I was about to say, yeah, that nigga.
Paperboy. His name is Paperboy.
He want to be that nigga. What do you mean?
Oh, no, it's Paperboy.
Nigga, you're right. He want to have a platinum song.
No, I was trying to just a correlation how that season's gonna reflect how like people like make money overseas and shit, and like everywhere they go, like oh my gosh, they're so excited to see them and shit. People are taking pictures, and I feel like they're about that season to focus on all the money. And you know what's gonna happen when that tour's over? In the next season, they're gonna go back to Atlanta, and you know what's gonna happen? They're nobody. They had to get back to their regular life, and I think that's when it's gonna focus in, where it's like, yo, they have to go back to working a 9 to 5 or freaking, because Childish Gambino's character was mad smart. He went to like, I think he was in Ivy League, but he dropped out and shit because it's not what he wanted to do. And I feel like the last season to focus on them, like, yo, we peaked, we did this, but like let's get back to regular life. And I think like that's what's gonna focus in on it. Like, yo, like imagine Joel Ortiz's career. You know, Joel Ortiz was popping. Imagine if he didn't have this whole slaughterhouse thing, but he would have to go back to work a regular 9 to 5.
I mean, I don't think he'd that, bro. Unless he just really had really bad money management.
But Joe Budden peaking and Royce the 5'9" being more popular, but I'm gonna keep it a bad. Joe Budden peaking, even if he's not on the album, literally saved his career to people draw eyes on him. Because Royce the 5'9" wouldn't have done that. I mean, he said it in the IG Live that he was hurting for money. He needs to feed his family.
Okay, yeah, but that's just niggas say that. Okay, that's like when niggas making millions and then they get one show canceled. Like, yo, you're taking food out my. Like, I heard Lil Baby was that Lil Baby, the baby was like, yo, they're taking food out my baby. How many shows I seen that nigga on in the last 30 days, bro? That nigga did 25 shows up onto that point in the last 2 months, and then the nigga misses like 4 shows. Like, yo, they taking money on how my baby gonna eat? Stop. I hate them niggas. Bro, oh, my baby going. Well, have all the money you made right before.
If this is 2012 to 2015, I believe that. But Joe Ortiz is an old act. He's 40 years old. People, he's not touring like that. Like Royce the 5'9" out of the group is the one that seems not is like blatantly obviously he's the one that can tour. I'm not saying he can tour worldwide, but he can go do certain dates. That's why Joe Budden literally had to do a podcast. So
that nigga was on drugs. So I think we know where that nigga money went.
On drugs. True.
We know where that nigga money went.
No, but the Baby Not Going Bermuda, I feel like that's what's gonna focus in on the Atlanta shit. Like maybe I'm just being hyped. That show is really good, by the way.
Are you sure it's not just being canceled and niggas not telling you?
No.
This season just done after 4 seasons.
Yeah, this season was pushed back to so many reasons because Donald Glover was fulfilling the Star Wars, bro. Fuck. The gap between this has been like 3 or 4 years and some shit. But again, that's because if you know how Gambino does shit, like he's weird, which I respect. It. Like remember, This Is America. What we never got the This Is America album. We got an EP, and then we got the album that had like no fucking no album cover, no track listing.
Is Atlanta a popular show? Is it actually a popular show?
It became so popular within like the culture of hip hop.
Yeah, I don't think because that shit can't sell. Like, hip hop ain't selling no fucking show too, unless that shit on BET and niggas on BET and getting the money like that.
No, but this is an FX show. This is like around with Snowfall on them, so this is literally a good writing show. Like I think they have won Emmys.
That Snowfall nigga just said Snowfall the biggest FF show ever. So
no, but
I heard that shit recently.
Oh, I'm seeing
so
like
that FX height limit may not be that crazy.
No, but I'm saying that's the catalog of writing and shit. Like, it's a good of a writing show. It's not like 50 Cent, which I see you said 50 Cent. It's not like 50 Cent stars. Shout out to 50 Cent. Those shows are good and shit, but this is like, these is real good writing shows. But you know what I mean.
4 seasons of a show and then stop doing it seems fishy. I'm not saying maybe he's super onto art. I don't know. Maybe he's onto art. He's more artistic than every other director ever. But you know.
No, but if you look at Gambino's track record, he leaves when like he doesn't feel it no more. Same thing. What was that show with was pretty much a carbon copy of The Office?
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. He was there for 1 or 2 seasons, and then when they feel like they hit the peak,
he was on Parks and Rec.
He was on Parks and Rec.
You sure? It was Community, nigga.
Huh?
It was on Community. You sure it was on Parks and Rec?
Oh, Community. My bad. Yeah, Community and shit.
I hated Community.
It was a carbon Parks and Rec, and he left after like 2 or 3 seasons. Like he just seems like I'm gonna keep it a band. A lot of shows, if Prison Break was to end after 4 seasons, we would love that show.
Yeah, but then the fucking your studio hits you over the head with the most money you ever seen in your life. Yeah, that's why shows don't end. That's why I'm like. And the greatest of directors fall for that. And the greatest of TV actors fall for the money. Like Scandal went on mad years. Kerry Washington is an amazing actor. Viola Davis is amazing. They stretched the whole day. Like how the fuck?
And maybe that's why Gambino took a 3-year hiatus to figure this shit out. Like, yo, am I really gonna take the money and stretch it out for 1 more season, or am I gonna be like? Because it's not like Star Wars did good. It's not like his album did kind of flop. But again,
yeah, and so did Star Wars. I don't know, Star Wars isn't a flop, but the reviews for that shit was mid as fuck.
Garbage.
Yeah, so maybe that's why he's wildly successful.
I mean, he has money though. It's not like you know what I mean. Like he actually does shows and shit. Like he's not like he's eating off music. Like, he has so many other projects. So maybe that's why it probably was money. Like damn, bro. Let me think about this. Let me see how we're gonna rate this season. Dang. But
Kidman says Atlanta got awards like crazy. Why people love that shit like they love To Pimp a Butterfly?
It pretty much it was. You're not wrong about that. Like that show is fucking like it's witty. Like it has everything going for it. Before the Little Dicky show, I'm not gonna lie. Well, no, Snowfall was there before Atlanta, but on FX networks. But the first 2 successful shows on FX for the longest were Snowfall and Atlanta. And everyone went to go do good things. The girl was on The Joker. The other dude did like one of those fucking Sundance movies where it's like, oh my gosh, it's so artsy. Which was mad stupid, by the way, but I missed the fucking big meaning behind it. I'm just happy. Insecure ended in 5 seasons. Shout out to Issa Rae. She always said it too. She never wanted to stretch it out with like so many. I feel like 5 seasons, 4 seasons is the sweet spot and shit. Same thing with Dexter. I love Dexter. If that shit would have ended a season or 2 seasons prior, that shit would have been amazing. But like you said, it is always the money. Which I'm like, bro.
Giving
If they're
away
throwing away,
generational money is wild.
yeah, you're throwing away generational money
And you're throwing
critically
away
acclaimed
money
movie.
that you like retroactively earn because they're hitting you in now with money that you made in the first two seasons of your contract and you have. So they kind of giving it back to you right now, plus a little bit on the
Yeah,
top. Like
which
it's kind of wild to give it up, but
yeah,
hey,
when you think
I
of
guess,
yeah,
nigga.
when you say it like that, it is seems kind of crazy. But I
Kind
respect
of.
people.
That's why shows don't end because niggas like it's not like you're collecting money you worked for. But apparently, nigga, it's Matt Artsy. Shout out to him, I guess.
I mean, Gambino's the same person that was. It's like, yo, like remember when Charlemagne the guy's like, yo, you look like a smelly person, along those
He
lines.
definitely does look like a smelly person. Charmaine wasn't lying.
Now this is 2005 Gambino, so he probably did look smelly because like, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, this shirt has a hole in it. I got it from Goodwill. So I mean, that's really that's like the type of person he is. You know, like that's where he like to. I mean, well, if you ever listen to his music, he is all about the art. Like it's not like his shit is like what
Yeah, but so is every director and.
Okay, no, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he is all about art, but so is everyone else. It's not like there's mad people in TV who are just like, no, I just came for the bag. Most of them came for the most successful actors and directors and writers are about the art. It's the fucking studio heads who are about the money. Most of them is about the art.
and,
Even though the bottom of the barrel writer you see on TV, that nigga is, yo, I just really like writing.
like you know what the good thing about Gambino though, like he probably made mad money off the Star Wars movie because it's the Star Wars franchise.
Mm-hmm.
All those other writers don't have that leeway, that benefit. It's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna make a whole bunch of money off this project, so I can stay true to my music and Atlanta.
King Bennett says, but fuck Gambino fans though. My two Gambino videos this year got no views. Does Atlanta have that gang vibe that I like from BMF and Power?
Nah, but it has like hey, you would think like, yo, these it's like, yo, this is where like Young Buck grew up from. You do get that danger vibe, but it's not like, oh shit, they're actually Paperboy does move. It's not that dark. It's more witty. It's more like, it's not the quote unquote like, oh my gosh, we're in the projects selling dope. Like, yeah, of course there's, you're gonna run into people because they live in the hood, but it's like a modern. It's not a modern take. It's what's going on today. Like what you would see today. It's not like, yo, someone with a ski mask or some shit.
Keep in mind the nigga saying this think Robert Pattinson the greatest Batman ever. So let's keep that.
Yo, Robert Pattinson. Thank you. Segue. Robert Pattinson is the greatest Batman ever. That's why I was like, when me and Mama and Petty, we called each other an IG call. By the way, we had to talk about something else, but the whole conversation went to the Batman and shit. And Mom was like, yo, you were giving this shit a 6.8, a 7, but I was like, yo, and then Mom was, what's the thing you always say, for a guy who has like a lot of takes on it, for a guy who's low on the movie, you do have like a lot of opinions.
For a nigga to be like, yo, this is the greatest Batman I've ever seen, then gives the movie a 6.8. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? That doesn't make no sense. Like, that's mad thoughts, but the movie's a 6.8. So what fucking thoughts do you have on a 6.8 movie?
The problem is because the Christopher Nolan movies exist, and I was watching their podcast. This is the 13th Batman movie. I'm not a casual person who's like, oh my gosh, this is the first because my brother's nephew from his marriage came with us, and he didn't know nothing about Batman. He's like, oh, is this the first Batman? It's like, has he been on other ones? Blind guy, I think he's like 19, 20. He might be 19 or 20. Which a lot of people are.
Okay, he bugging because the Ben Affleck ones came out like 4 years ago. All right, man.
But that's what a lot of people are, though. Like,
and the episode was wildly successful. The episode was trash and wildly successful.
But that's what it is, though. Like, again, bro, kids like that age, they watch Netflix, they watch YouTube live streams. Attention span is very slow. Again, if you're looking at it from that blind eye, you're like, oh my gosh, this might be the greatest Batman I've ever seen. He liked it, by the way. He was like, liked it. But you're talking to an old person. He's about to be 28. I've seen every single Batman. I know the animated series. No, it's not all fresh in my head, but I watched Batman Begins. I'm pretty sure we had a conversation about Batman Begins. You're talking to a guy who like knows all these characters, so I'm not surprised like what everyone with all their intention is. Like, oh, this character is gonna lead to that character. You're talking to you know what I mean? Like so it's different when a person like me, and I'm gonna compare it to the Christopher Nolan. series. Robert Pattinson. Did I say his name right?
Yes.
Amazing fucking Batman.
Yeah, it was a great Batman. He's not Christian Bale, but he was a great Batman.
Bro,
like he didn't so even trash, do. Christian Bale was so trash.
He's not trash. I mean, it's just like.
Wait. Before this, where do you have Christian Bale in terms of Batman?
Okay, I have the animated series, the '90s one.
You can't count that.
You never watched the animated series, the '90s one. I'm talking about Batman.
I watched the '90s one. I watched the Batman. I watched Batman Beyond. I watched the '90s one, and I watched Batman Bold and Beautiful. I don't know what the other term is. I watched 3 different animated Batmans. Get the fuck out of here. You don't even know the new one. You don't even. Well, that shit not new. That shit like 20 years old at this point.
But the one that came on a Cartoon Network, that was
Batman gross. Bold and something. After Kid, this the one right after the animated series.
No, the one after the animated series, Batman Begins.
Okay, the one after Batman Begins.
Begins, it's like that one.
Which I seen
that one kind of.
I don't remember what it's called.
Kind of heavy, but no, like everyone, like the '90s Batman. I'm not. You know what? You're right.
Live action, like you can't compare the cartoon.
That guy is Batman. That guy is Batman. Whoever voiced.
You don't even know who he is. Who the voice?
At one point, I did. I mean, fucking. I don't know now. The '90s Batman.
Brave and Bold is what it's called, by the way.
Dude, if you put in ranking the Batmans, he's gonna be number 1. By the way, this is not a hot take. Like if you fuck with Batman, you would know that the '90s Batman.
Okay, nigga, who is your favorite live action Batman? I don't know why this nigga tell me about some other nigga.
Nah,
it's Christian Bale. I don't know. You just not even. It's not even. Is you going with George Clooney? Like what the fuck is he talking about?
He has to be included now.
Okay, who's number 2, nigga? They can tell me a nigga name you don't even know.
Oh, Christian Bale for sure.
So okay, so number 1, you acting like Christian Bale wasn't the best Batman, live action Batman. Number 2, Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson just acted like a depressed guy, which is his bag. He acted exactly like the director told him to act. He didn't do. There is nothing in that movie for Robert Pattinson where you're like, oh, this nigga different.
No, he is different. He is pause that. Like he is different. He is different. His acting level is his acting chops are just. It doesn't showcase his acting ability at all. It just showcases that he can act. You don't need to do that for the Batman. This ain't bro. I'm gonna keep it a bad. Christian Bale's like, yo, the deeper voice on my ass, motherfucker. You're the Batman. You already know these characters. You're like,
Pattinson also had a deep ass voice.
Yeah, Christian Bale
copied that shit from the Christian Bale one. So
Christian Bale shit. Well, no, his Christian Bale shit is ridiculous. And now I know we got used to it now, but like that shit is. I am the Batman. Like, bro, anyone could have played that, bro. Do the. And if it was his idea to do the voice like that, cool. But anyone could have done that now. That shit's not like, motherfucker. You're in a suit, bro. You're in a suit. Metro needs to watch The Dark Knight, right? Motherfucker, the fact that you said The Dark Knight Rises. That's the third one.
All 3 of them, Christian Bale.
The second one is the second one that's untouchable with the Joker. The other ones are touchable, by the way. Like what the fuck?
The Bane, the one with Bane. The only thing that's like about it is the Ra's al Ghul daughter reveal. That shit was like okay, but apart from that shit fire. When it was Bane was the main villain, that shit 10 out of 10. When it was just Christian Bale. When it was just Christian Bale and Bane. That shit 10 out of 10. Tom Hardy, Christian Bale, that shit was 10 out of 10. When he just became the sidekick to fucking Ra's al Ghul's daughter, then that movie it's like alright, this ain't the greatest of reveals. This is a trash ass reveal. And The Dark Knight Rises is fire. The first one, whatever it is.
Batman Begins. Dark Knight Rises.
When they couldn't bend his.
No, Batman Begins is the first one.
Yeah, when they couldn't bend his neck, that one fire too.
I feel like this one is better than Batman Begins.
That's a while off one watch. Well, take off one watch.
Where do you rate this movie?
It's right below the fucking Christopher Nolan. It's definitely better than the Michael Keaton and the George Clooney.
Have a take. You're gonna be like, oh, it's right over.
I'll tell you what it has. It has the best depiction of Gotham City. I'll tell you that. Gotham City looks very grimy. It looks like one of them 90. You ever seen the movie King of New York?
I have seen King of New York.
Yeah, you see, okay, so you know New York looks grimy in that movie. They have New York looking wild. That's how that shit looks.
I ain't gonna lie, the opening scene when they focus in on like the agents, the police officers and shit, and they focus on their badge and everything, and I'm like, what the fuck are we in for? I'm gonna keep it a band. The only thing that I wasn't super hype on it is because I don't have I'm gonna keep it. I like Batman. Batman's whole premise, his whole idea. I fuck with Batman. Like Batman, like that's the idea of Batman and the way he exists is I came to a realization I like Batman like that. Not like Tony Stark's bitch ass like, oh shit, I got a suit, heart problem. You know what I mean? Matt weak. But
isn't Tony Stark smarter than Batman?
No. But I'm just saying, Tony Stark is what?
He's pretty smart too. He's not just that he has a suit. He's like he's half super smart, half superhero.
Yeah, but I feel like dude, what the fuck? My bad, family. Bitch ass family.
In the meantime,
bitch ass family like.
King Weekend says Idris Elba might be the next James Bond. That was a rumor, like
10 years ago. Bro.
Like 10 years ago, when he's pretty old now. I don't think they'll have him as James Bond. He might be too old because they're gonna want to have James Bond for the next 10 years. They want the same nigga for at least 10 years. And like 10 years, how old is Idris Elba?
I mean, they can do that with LeBron shit with CGI though. They did that shit for LeBron in the crypto commercial.
Okay.
Nah, but it's to stick on that.
Yeah, Idris Elba is 50 this year.
Definitely like.
I mean, he's gonna be sick, at least 60, 63 when they at least want to wrap him up. I'm like, come on,
dude. You know what's back to the Batman thing though. I'm just like, the whole idea of Batman. There's nothing wrong with that. The movie itself is amazing. I just feel like I didn't have no emotional attachment to like anyone. It was more about the performance and shit. And Robert Pattinson, amazing Batman. Gordon, like everyone. Zoe, I feel like Zoe Kravitz was supposed to be the one that was supposed to have like that emotional tie, like, oh my gosh, that's her dad and shit, and then he like, that's why he like knows her, this and that. But I'm like, I'm not mad, but I didn't have no emotional attachment other than like fucking Zoe Kravitz is beautiful, and I'm like,
yeah, she was by far the worst actor in the show.
Yeah, you know what's fucked apart?
Penguin, by the way, Colin Farrell as Penguin it's not even close. It's not even close. He's by far the best performance in that movie. It's not about Robert Pattinson. Colin Farrell as the Penguin. It's not even. That nigga might have the greatest performance in any Batman movie.
You're not wrong.
So I don't know. You ain't talking about Robert Pattinson.
Dude, that's a long way from him being a bullseye on Daredevil with Ben Affleck.
I did not know that was him.
Dude, he plays the bad guy. He's a bull that throws a dart.
I don't remember what happened in Daredevil, my nigga. Okay. I don't think he's Daredevil. Robert Pattinson will always be seen as a dude from Twilight. It's
you're Waddy's way past.
Yeah, he is gonna be. No, that nigga is the nigga from.
No, he's. I mean, like to the masses, but he's a well-respected actor. I forget what that movie is, but the niggas went crazy for him. Yeah, like people went crazy for him.
Him and Willem Dafoe.
Dude, you ever seen the movie Seven?
Yes, the Batman is just a ripoff of Seven. I know you've never seen the movie Seven because I've said to you multiple times what's in the box and you don't know what that reference is from. That's what what's in the box is from.
Dude, I'm gonna watch the movie Seven. I'm gonna watch the movie Seven.
I know you ain't. I know your ass never seen Seven because I reference that movie all the fucking time.
It's a mystery though, right?
It is Batman. That's what they based Batman off. The Batman is a ripoff of that movie.
Was that the same director?
I don't think so. Seven has Morgan Freeman, and I think that's Brad Pitt. Alvin?
That's what I think.
Is it Brad Pitt? Maybe it's Edward Norton. Let me tell you. I'll Google it.
Why are you Googling that?
About the Seven Deadly Sins. Seven.
That was references a lot when I was watching.
You know what? It's Kevin Spacey, Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman. Shout out to Kevin Spacey. Actually, no shout out to Kevin Spacey. Oh my god, so many goddamn Kevin Spacey, so many classics, bro. This nigga really is the R. Kelly of acting. This nigga is like right there on the cusp of being like one of the greatest actors ever. Seven, The Usual he's always the best character in all these movies. He's the best in The Usual Suspects. He's the best in Seven. House of Cards. He's the best in 21. Fuck.
Yo, Baby Driver? Fucking amazing.
Yeah, Baby Driver fire. This is last shit before he got canceled.
Yeah, I hate that Baby Driver flop because that's when it came out. But I remember I told mom, like, yo, Baby Driver? Top 10, one of my personal movies. That shit. He deaf. Oh, shit.
But yes, it's a mix of 7 and have you ever seen that Robert Downey Jr. movie Zodiac about the Zodiac killer?
Yeah.
I believe Matt Reeves watched those full movies and was
Zodiac
like,
killer.
okay, I'm gonna write this.
Okay,
And
but no,
I'll put Batman in it.
I feel like 7. I feel like 7 is like, apparently all these podcasts I'm listening to, like 7 is like that it movie, like as far as in mystery and shit. Like
Yeah, crime thriller. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna fucking watch it now.
What's in the box?
Which is crazy because What's in the Box became a comedy thing from SNL. It's just crazy to think that it's a fucking serial thing, like a.
Yeah, a nigga kills his wife and puts her head in a box.
Yo, what the fuck are you doing?
You gonna watch 7?
I just dead ass said I was gonna watch that.
Oh, no worries.
I'm still gonna watch it.
And you won't even see that part coming. It's just funny when it happens, but it's not a big deal.
That's not like the whole idea. Okay, that's not the whole idea.
Yeah, no, that just happened. That's just like a thing, and it's not like it's not.
That's
what
led to like
Yeah, the box isn't a thing where there's this box. There's no box at the start of the show. The box is like that's like 5 minutes of the show. There happened to be a box. It's not.
I thought it was like this is what we got to the box.
No, niggas ain't trying to find out what's in the box the whole
Okay.
No. That line is literally like 2 minutes before the movie ends.
Is that the iconic scene though from the movie?
There's a lot of iconic scenes from that movie.
Metro, have you seen Paid in Full? Motherfucker, I seen Paid in Full, bro, before you were born, my guy. Keep it bad. That's how I'm feeling about Paid in Full.
How many riddles did you solve? 2, 1, 0.
I solved 3. There was like 8. There's no there's no way that you were shocked by those riddles.
Nigga, if you solved 3 of the 8, do you think I acted like the riddles was mad? How come you only solved 3 of the 8? Wait. Yeah, the riddles was so easy. How you only solved 3 of the 8?
Because they had no
reference. That's like 40%.
They had no reference to other riddles.
35%. You can solve 35% of riddles. They're about, the riddles was so easy. Which riddle you solved? Which one?
The first riddle. The owl. The fuck?
Which
that
owl?
That was easy.
The fuck's the owl one?
No,
the very first one?
Yeah, the very first
one.
What
the fuck? Wait, you know when you're setting up what the concept of the show is, they give you the tutorial riddle? Okay, nigga solve the tutorial riddle. You solved just this one?
No, I didn't. I solved the... No, I didn't solve that one. Oh, shit. It was the owl one was the simple one. But I feel like that was the first one to like lead us in.
Rat with wings, did you know it was Falcon?
Was that the one where he chases the penguin?
Yes, that's why he chased the penguin. He got it
wrong.
Because then thought it was the penguin was a rat with wings, but it's actually Falcon.
Yeah. No, I didn't figure that out. To that point, it just reassured that it just reassured that the penguin was at that point. I knew like the penguin and the Riddler weren't in together. By the way, like I was already thinking like, yo, they're not connected with each other. Mm-hmm. And at that point, literally solidified it like, yo, the penguin and the Riddler. Did you think by that point the penguin and the Riddler were working together?
No, but I saw Long Halloween, so I knew it was Falcon was. He didn't say. I knew Falcon was the bad guy in Pelican, and not the bad guy. I knew Penguin became the boss because I saw Longest Halloween. The animated, it's based off. Yeah. It's loosely based off. It's not numbers, but I knew I knew Rat with Wings. It wasn't Batman, and because I thought Rat with Wings was a bat and pigeon. Penguin and Falcon. I knew Falcon dies and shit, so. Yeah. And Penguin takes over as boss.
Did you have any emotional strings when the Zoe Kravitz that was her father? Did you like? Oh my gosh.
Zoe Kravitz is the worst actor in that movie. She's only there because she's pretty.
You know what the fuck the part is?
She's slightly better than Halle Berry, I guess. Slightly. Like the movie is better than the Catwoman, but in terms of their performance, she's a bit better than Halle Berry. I mean, she is prettier than Halle Berry, I would say. Halle Berry is a bit out of my age range.
I'm like, it's so crazy. I was gonna say that too, but I'm like, Halle Berry was like the Marilyn Monroe for like for Hollywood for her time. Actually, that's kind of disrespect. I know for her time, but I'm like,
show was what's her face, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. What's her face?
Man, fuck Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie. She was literally Marilyn Monroe. I never thought she was that fire, but everyone
it was
because
of her lips, though. And I was just like, yo, you guys are that infatuated because of her lips and she's white? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I mean, 10 years later, they did a lip challenge because Kylie Jenner got bigger lips, so that did happen.
But in
10 years later,
races, though, like if you didn't just maybe that was rare in white women, but if you fucked with like any other race, you knew big lips were a thing, though. Like it's just like I don't know. That just shows you. I don't know. I mean, apparently Zoe Kravitz went for the role for Catwoman, and I don't know if she was a role, but she did go for your guy Christopher Nolan's for a gig, and then they told her she was too urban.
What, the new Christopher Nolan movie?
No, the
Oppenheimer?
Oh, the Batman. Which I don't think.
Was there a Catwoman in the Batman? There was no Catwoman.
Oh, motherfucker! There was a Catwoman in part 3. You need to.
Who the fuck's the Catwoman? Oh, what's her face? Anna. Pitch Perfect, bitch. By the way, Jesus is on like vacation with her.
She has mad movies.
Pitch Perfect, definitely her like Magna Carta, though. Definitely. No, give me something else. Anna Kendrick was in. Come on, man.
Dude, she did like 13 Diaries.
It might not even been Anna Kendrick.
Princess of Diaries or some shit.
I might be mixing up my white women. It might not even. They look alike though.
She's beautiful, by the way. I had a huge crush on her back in the days when I was a child and shit. I always thought she was like pretty. There's like this one indie movie where I got to like see her boob, and it was insane, man. And as a child, I think it was like one of those Sundance movies where like she's a rich white girl and then goes to the hood and.
Okay, it's not Anna Kendrick. So I'm mixing up white women.
It's Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway. There you go. And Anna Kendrick's best thing is Pitch Perfect. Nigga, lying ass. Remember the cup challenge where niggas had I'm about to click it from the wrong way around.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you were still talking about Anne Hathaway. Yeah, that is her best.
Anna Hathaway, what the fuck was she in?
And she's like in The Princess Diaries or some shit.
Oh, Zoe Kravitz definitely better than her though. Yeah, Princess Diaries, Devil Wears Prada.
You think she's better than her than for the Christopher Nolan series?
I think Anna Hathaway.
No, she was in the Devil was the no, she's not in the Devil.
Prada.
Yeah, she is in the Devil.
Yeah, she's in Devil Wears Prada. And Princess Diaries. I mean, her shit falls off very fast though. Yeah, she's in La Miserable. This was a big deal.
She does have some scenes, but she's not like.
She was in Interstellar. The fuck was her? Who the fuck was she in?
You're not gonna see a movie because of her. But then let's remember, Catwoman was not the same reason we're gonna go watch fucking Batman. Literally a C-D character.
I went for Zoe Kravitz. What do you mean, the Bat and the Cat?
Hey, bro, marketing for Zoe Kravitz on Twitch, motherfucker. The only scene they show me is Zoe Kravitz. They want horny niggas who are on Twitch to be like, yo, bro. They don't focus in on what's my guy's name? The Batman?
Robert Pattinson?
They don't focus on him or anything. It's literally Zoe Kravitz. Which again, shout out to Zoe Kravitz. She's 33, by the way. So probably when she went for that was 10 years ago, she was probably 23.
Christopher Nolan told her she was too urban? Oh, the casting director?
I mean, come on. Let's see how that... You know how that goes down the totem pole. Like.
She's too urban. She's light skinned as fuck. That's why I'm like, she's wildly light skinned.
You gotta remember though, this is 10 years ago.
There was
again.
Christopher Nolan ain't on what but Christopher Nolan isn't like these other niggas. Christopher Nolan was still Christopher Nolan 10 years ago. He didn't become Christopher Nolan after Batman.
Zoe Kravitz.
He got hired for Batman because he was Christopher Nolan.
You can't act like a blind eye. I seen someone that was watching like what.
And her fucking mom is Lucy Bonet and Lenny Kravitz. Ain't no.
Yeah, and she was a star on the Cosby Show. Dude. Keep it bad here. Christopher Nolan shit, this Batman shit. That shit is very white. Name me another character. Bro,
Zoe Kravitz is very white. Look, bro, look at her.
No, yeah, she's very white looking at her now, but she was back in 2010. This is literally like this is too much in 2010. But you gotta remember,
you're wilding.
In 2010, you're forgetting, bro. You know what YouTube
No, you're wilding.
You know what you know.
There was black people movie in 2010. I remember.
No.
Fucking what's this? Morgan Freeman's in all the movies.
Okay, but Morgan Freeman plays Morgan Freeman. Come on, it's Morgan Freeman.
And Anna Whatherface is definitely bigger than Zoe Kravitz. Who the fuck?
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, but a lot of people usually use the word urban and shit. You're not wrong. Like you're not. Yeah, and
I gotta. You gotta send me the article with that shit.
Yeah, I got it. Zoe Kravitz, I got you, bro.
That shit might be like a Daily Mail article.
No, because it's 2010 though, and the word urban was thrown more around and
shit. Like. She clarifies comments about Dark Knight of alleged avoidance of urban casting.
Oh, she fixed it, but where's the original thing? Oh,
I was simply giving an example of what it's like to be a woman of color in this industry at that time. Zoe Kravitz wrote
thank you. 2010 was
on
different.
Tuesday.
2010 was
Zoe Kravitz
different.
Kevin Cameron recently made a woman on night Tuesday. Stage real actress was sitting. I was not told I was. She said I was not told I was too urban to play Catwoman.
She retracted her shit, by the way. Let's look at the.
No, this ain't the retreat. Well, okay, this is the okay. This is the clear. She just said she wasn't actually told that. She just ain't getting a fucking job, and she assumed because she black. She barely black, and her parents famous.
Mind you, this is 2010. If you remember, the pranks on YouTube in 2010.
Lenny
bro?
Kravitz is wildly famous in 2010. No, nowadays no one knows.
Bro, Lenny Kravitz is not giving you. Lenny Kravitz is not getting you into a Christopher Nolan's movie. By the way, what the fuck are we talking
Christopher
about?
Nolan hire mad black people all the time.
Bro, look at the original statement, by the way. The original statement. Mind you, Zoe Kravitz probably like, yo, that's not a far-fetched thing, but it's like, you can't say that, bro. Like,
she says, her shit is okay, let's talk about clickbait, bad journalism. I was not told I was too urban to play Catwoman in The Dark Knight. It would have made no sense for me to even be considered for that role at the time. And that's what the first thing I said, who the fuck is Zoe Kravitz in 2010? I wanted to audition for a small part in the film. I was told I did not know
that her parents are fucking Zoe Kravitz and from Bill Cosby.
Yeah, but she don't even deserve to be in the movie. That's why I'm like, there's no way your dad is not Lenny Kravitz, and you're telling me you're too urban.
I mean, that's not
wild. Lenny Kravitz ain't urban.
Doesn't have no black people. Like Christopher Nolan doesn't have no.
Can I read the rest of the statement? You niggas don't want to hear. Niggas don't want to hear the real statement. Niggas want to run with a clickbait.
You're not reading the original statement.
No, nigga, I see the original statement. I just read it, nigga. I read it, and you were like, "Oh yes, there it is."
No, you didn't. You just told me you pulled up the statement. You're really reading the People's Magazine. This is her retraction from the People's Magazine. It was her actual. When she made the statement, was the magazine that she's on the cover for.
Yeah, and she said, "Okay, that's shit, bro." I'm telling you what she said. Let's talk about clickbait, bad journalism. That's her fucking thing. She literally says, I do not know who said that, but where that there was not an urban part on this part. This is something I heard 10 years ago. It was a very different time. I did not mention this to the point any fingers or make any seem racist, namely Christopher Nolan, the film producer, anyone in the casting room. Exactly. I should not believe anyone meant any harm. I simply was given an example of what was it like to be the coach. So she basically, nothing happened to her. She doesn't get a job, and she used that as an example of why black people don't get a job.
Just how you came in the defense of Christopher Nolan. This is not.
I'm not to the defense of Christopher Nolan. I'm saying Zoe Kravitz shouldn't be in this fucking movie.
Christopher Nolan has mad black people.
Christopher Nolan does have mad black people in the movies, by the way.
You're right, but I'm just saying though, like, it could be the casting. They cast the people who cast people or whatever. They could have just turned it down and be like, oh, never mind. Because I'm pretty sure Christopher Nolan's had someone in mind who's it. Zoe Kravitz goes. The casting director is not separate, but they make the decisions too and shit. By the way, like casting Christopher Nolan's whole different. Unless he's pissed and like, yo, give me a new casting director and shit. So when she made that statement, it makes it look like, yo, Christopher Nolan's didn't fuck with. That's why you said that way. Christopher Nolan's fucks with mad black people. No, how Hollywood was, they're like, yo, you're not gonna work for this movie.
And she says in this statement that no one actually told her she was too urban. She just assumed that what it was.
Bro, because
no one ever told that shit to her, and then she says, and then she literally says in this, I would have made no sense for me to even be considered for that role. She's basically saying that, nigga, I was just hurt, and niggas misquoted me.
I mean, there's only white people.
Bro, I gotta look up movies that came. What year this movie came?
2010, 2011.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, 2011. You gotta remember, bro. I was while you're looking that up, YouTube was a different place. I was looking at I was watching like when this Twitch streamer started. This Twitch streamer. And YouTube back then, the pranks, bro, we're all focusing on going in the hood and making these ridiculous stereotypical things. And this was people used to get 9 million views, 10 million views, just how stereotypical theory. But you know, like, bro, all the pranks. Like, oh, a sniper is shooting at you, is aiming at you. They never went to no other places. Like, it never was a white person. It literally focusing on black people. Bro, 2010 was a crazy time. It has
you're 2010 isn't. You're acting like 2010 isn't 2004. Like I feel like you're bringing you're saying 2010 like 2010, 10 years ago now and 10 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago is 2010 in 2000 or 2000s wild. 2010 is not wild. Repeat niggas is wild woke in 2010. It was the point we were having this conversation when we were talking about Joe Rogan the last time. I was like, nigga didn't say that shit in 06. This ain't 06. This shit happened in 2012.
Again,
what else came out in 2012? Django. That was the second highest.
It's a slave movie, by the way. It's crazy how all these movies.
It is a fucking action.
But the whole premise is based on slavery. Like, let's not forget. I forget what director says it. Like, why do all the films that always get nominated for Oscars and all these other shit or Emmys or Best Acting? It's like, why does it always got to focus on depression of black people and shit? It's never an original story that the critics always like big up and shit. It's always one about pain.
Yeah, every genre of movie, by the way. World War II movies. I don't give a fuck about that. That shit ain't got none of black people. Damn shit's winning mad Oscars. Churchill.
For someone who was born in I was born in 94. Someone who was born in the year 99 or 2000, 2010 seems kind of crazy. It seems kind of crazy because you're looking at it from that point of view. Like, but 2010 was again. If you're younger, you're going into with a more open mind. You're seeing society and everything like more open. But if you're older and shit, your early 90s, the blinds are kind of shut, and it's just like that's why I think. And Joe Rogan's not even from the 90s. Joe Rogan was born like in the 70s, so he was getting off that shit because Joe Rogan's not talking to people who are like. And what I'm saying is, you're putting 2010 out there like it's 06,
like it's 04. That's what I'm trying to say to you. You're mistaking 2010. 2010 is 10. 2012 is 10 years ago. Actually, this movie came out 10 years ago. But 2010 is 12 years ago. But when you used to, I know what's happening. This used to be a 2014, 2015 conversation. And then it would be like, 10 years ago, she was crazy. But it's not that no more. Like, it's 2022. 10 years ago is 2012. 12 years ago is 2010. And I was alive in 2010. Well, it wasn't as woke as it is now, but it was on the fucking way.
No, you're right. I get you. But
it ain't 04. 04 was wild.
Yeah, you're right.
But you were a black woman in 04. You might not get no shit outside of what's that VPN? What's that fucking TV channel was called? BET. What's that got? There's another channel.
TV1.
Yeah, them type of channels. You might struggle. They might put you as like a side character in the movie. Not in 2010. I mean, according to this list, this ain't popularity. I don't know how accurate this popularity is. Dark Knight Rises. I can't see because Avengers is at like number 8 on this. Ain't no way fucking Jack Reacher. Jack Reacher was more popular than Avengers. That's kind of wild.
Again, you're looking at it from perspective, but again, Hollywood, right? They're old people. Like, there would be people like Joe Rogan who were born in the 70s or in the 80s. You would have to get someone who was born in the 90s with a more open mind.
Catwoman is a role they would give to a black woman in the old time.
But not
in 2010, they're giving Catwoman to a black woman.
Bro, the casting director...
To be a side character? I don't even remember that Catwoman was in the goddamn
Batman. You need to rewatch The Dark Rises, because she plays, like, in a...
I think she shoots the fucking thing to release the cops. Bro, I remember this thing, though. Okay.
In the third act, she plays an important part. She's literally...
You fake drive away and came to release the cops. I remember.
Dude, she's all the way there to the end.
What happened?
Like the third and the fourth act is literally Catwoman. Okay. You need to rewatch that.
But that's the role they would give to a black person. Zoe was out of her goddamn mind.
No. Damn. Again, the people who are in charge in Hollywood. We're not 20 years old. We're not 15 years old. They were 30 and 40 plus. The Joe Rogans of the world.
They ain't giving the black woman the fucking star of the show.
And they're not giving her.
But they're giving her the side, the Catwoman.
Not a casting director for a big movie like Christopher Nolan's, by the way. This is past the Joker. This is one of the biggest movies. Isn't it? This is not like, oh shit, when Batman Begins, Christopher Nolan is the biggest superhero movie to this day. Like, I'm pretty sure it made more money than probably in Iron Man 2, Man 3.
What is Catwoman's ranking in that show? 4? Christian Bale, Bane, the sister Ra's al Ghul, then you're bugging.
Bro, someone's career could have been on the line and shit.
Fucking Hunger Games had a black chick, that little black chick that died. that came out the same year. Remember that black chick that died? It was
She
like,
dies.
oh, they changed. Hunger Games had that chick.
Thing. Yeah, she dies. The Catwoman doesn't die.
I mean, everyone dies in Hunger Games except 2 people. Come on, it's 2 people.
Oh my gosh,
Yo, what's up? What's up? It's like 2 people like that. That doesn't die in Hunger Games, nigga. Yo, what's up? And you know who was in Hunger Games, nigga? Lenny fucking Kravitz.
Yeah, he makes
Lenny Kravitz is playing a bigger role than Anna Hathaway played in The Dark Knight Rises. Them 6 came out the same year. That nigga, the fashion designer.
Dude, where does Illuminati? They're emasculating Zoe Kravitz. Why is he making dresses?
Lenny fucking Kravitz was in that movie. Speaking of it. Motherfucker.
Why are they emasculating?
By the way, Liam Hemsworth before he was Thor, I think was in that bitch too.
But Thor really saved it. Like Thor really made him into like a B-list actor. That's a Thor. Nah, but like I don't really get off this.
Classic movies came out this year, but not a lot of popular joints.
Hey, the perks of being a sunflower. Love that movie, bro. Very time movie. Love that movie, bro. Project X. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Cloud Atlas. Holy shit! This is when I used to go to the movies a lot. The Lucky One. I seen a whole bunch of these movies.
Apple Pie might be the best movie that come out this year.
You never seen Cloud Atlas? Cloud Atlas is like one of those movies where like
is that the robot movie?
No, it's with Halle Berry and it's kind of spacey. It's with Tom Hanks.
Wait, I thought you called the nigga a pedophile. You know, fuck with him.
No, he's about to be Elvis. Hey, before we get into the Elvis trailer, Batman.
Elvis?
No, Elvis. We can look up. You're gonna know if you look him up. But the Batman, Warner Brothers only projected the Batman to make 70 to 80 million, by the way, and it ended up making 134 million. So this movie definitely succeeded like their projections, mind you. I don't think this Batman movie was supposed to be as big as it is, because this Batman movie is big. Maybe it came out in the perfect timing. Maybe it is what's the actor's name? The best Batman of all time?
Christian Bale?
No, nigga.
No, who acted in the new one?
Yeah,
Robert
Pattinson, asshole. Robert Pattinson, maybe the Twilight fans, maybe the bitches that want to fuck him and shit.
I mean, Tenet flopped.
Tenet flopped?
Well, it flopped because the movie theaters were closed, but it was supposed to bring back movie theaters, and I think... What's the joint before Omicron? Delta? I think Delta went crazy right when that shit came out. But it definitely didn't... It was... Because Christopher Nolan made a big deal about how this shit should be in theaters and shit. It flopped. Yeah, it flopped.
He did. But the pandemic was heavy there, though, too. Like, I'm not gonna... Christopher Nolan's gonna fight the pandemic. I feel like it's always the movies that, like, you don't think are gonna be big. And again, with the Batman and shit, I think it's word of mouth thing. I think people just want to be a part of the conversation. Like, even
I can't imagine... I know they said that projection, but I can't imagine them thinking the Batman wasn't going to be very successful. There's a reason there's a reason they keep remaking it. Because it's the most... I think the Batman is the most popular... Isn't the Batman the most popular superhero? Like, it's Spider-Man or Batman. It's one of them. No, like, in terms of anything. No, like, ever. Yes. For, like, no, I think, like, throughout history, the Batman and Spider-Man have been, like, throughout, like, from the fucking authorities or whenever the fuck they started making they started making things about them.
And no, because in my childhood, I loved Captain America. Captain America was a C-list character.
Yeah, Captain America was nobody. I said Batman.
Captain America in the year 2022 is just as popular as the Batman in the year 2022.
But the Batman is still the Batman. The Batman has had 3 garbage iterations since the Christopher Nolan one, and they're just like the fucking Joker is still the Joker. Batman, like they're putting the Joker in this trilogy. They're probably gonna make a franchise of this, and they're putting the Joker in there just because of popularity. Ain't no reason for the Joker to be in this. We've seen like 5 Jokers already.
I don't think the Joker's gonna come in. I think motherfucker.
No spoilers. Oh, you missed the spoilers. All good.
No spoilers.
Yeah, we talked about spoilers already. It's good. We already.
Joker's coming in. Just a clue. Just the way how like we got introduced to Poison Ivy, we got introduced to Owl, we got introduced to Mad Hatter through the cards. I think it's just letting us know that these characters exist. Shout out to the director who also did Planet of the Apes. I didn't know that. Watching after Mamba said that he did Planet of the Apes and shit, it makes sense. And I fuck with the way he directs movies. It's just setting up what Arkham is already. I think he said in an interview that he wants to introduce Mister Freeze. So shout out to him that he's like, yo, okay, I don't want to spoil anything, but a whole bunch of characters were introduced doesn't mean they're gonna be in part two. Which I fuck with that. Like I like that.
No. You talk about cards. The Joker did a cameo. That ain't a spoiler either.
You're really ruining the movie for him.
That's not even that has nothing to do with the movie. By the way, I seen the first list says Spider-Man, Wonder Woman as well. Batman. Wonder Woman being above Batman as well. But Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, and Batman, they say is the most popular fucking superhero.
You know why they put
like
Wonder Woman
you're bugging if you think the Batman. That's what I'm saying. The Batman has been that nigga forever. Even if he's not number one, he's been that nigga. Look at this shit. Another one, Ranker.
No,
this is one where people Spider-Man and Batman.
Of course, Batman
I'm bugging.
Be number one.
Iron Man up is mad.
Talk to a 20-year-old who doesn't care about superhero movies and be like, yo, what superheroes do you know? He's gonna literally name Iron Man. He might name Iron Man before Spider-Man, and that hurts to say, but it's true. He might name Iron Man, then Spider-Man.
Nigga, 20-year-old is not who these movies are marketed to. This ain't the fucking 90s no more.
But
like this, what do you talk? 20? They do not market these movies to kids no more. They've been off that. Just like video games, they stopped doing that shit.
Let's keep it a band.
The youth don't give a fuck about. You just said the youth don't give a fuck about anything. What happened?
What pushes the movie to see when they see projections? They thought it was gonna make 70 or 80 million. How old are you? 25?
Yes.
The demographic when they do that thing where 18 to 24, I'm pretty sure because if you do a little survey thing about anything, 18 to 24 is that like that little like that spot that they don't really pay for anything, but
and their opinions don't actually matter because they don't have.
They don't matter because they don't spend. Yeah, they don't spend any money. But if you get them to go, that's when you make the projections different. So this movie, the way it was marketed, is like, oh, it's a thriller, it's mystery. It's not. It's not a Marvel
not marketed towards kids. I tell you that.
Yeah, it's literally the 25, and I think it's 25 to 34 and shit. And there's people like us, but I mean, remind you, those people have kids, people have jobs, they won't be able to go see the movie. You really, if you want to make that change, you hit that 18 to 24 demographic, which this movie did by the Batman thing.
And I'll tell you who the fuck is more famous in the 18 to 24 demographic, in the 24 to whatever the fuck demographic you just said. Batman, nigga. That's what I'm trying to say. This is way around to my point. Because Batman dominated in the demographic of from the ages of I don't know what the fuck happened since Marvel came through. So yeah, them kids might fuck with Iron Man and Thor.
Exactly, yeah.
But everybody else, the rest of the fuck, which is the rest of the world, by the way,
You're
from
right,
25, from 23 years old to 72, Batman and Spider-Man.
True.
And then Superman, Hulk.
Yeah, that is true. I might be, I forget because I be on social media and shit. You're right. The people who are 18 to 24, they're broke and shit, so they don't spend money.
And as you just said, they don't even give a fuck about these niggas no more like that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But you just that's why you came on this with like they don't give a fuck about it. You're watching YouTube and they're on YouTube and Twitch and shit. That's what you said.
Right. But you do
just like video games. Video games they're marketed to kids no more. That shit marketed to niggas in their 20s and 30s.
You're right. Yeah, like the industry is getting older. Video game industry is getting older. Superheroes are getting older. Same thing with hip hop. Like we're literally in this time where like this shit's getting older, and we're just seeing like yo, people still fuck with these IPs and shit. Like it's not like we're gonna forget about it. Like now we still love these IPs.
Shout out to House of Mission. Shout out to ML in the chat. By the way, I see you. Batman was way more popular than Captain America. Yeah, Captain America was wildly irrelevant. Captain America was like. Maybe B. You're pushing it for like a B. When I was a kid, Captain America, B-list. Iron Man, B-list.
Bro, let's keep it a band here. I don't know if it's shown here. Bro, I'm about to rip this up. Me, as a child, saying Captain America was my favorite superhero, I was like that a weirdo. You're Bro, it's not Wolverine. It's not Spider-Man.
Yeah, Wolverine is that. Hulk. Yeah, Wolverine. He that. And the X-Men movies were popping too when I was a kid. X-Men was like high powers.
And then me saying, what's your favorite DC superhero? Bro, it's Nightwing. What the fuck? It's not Batman or Superman. No, bro. It's
you like the worst version of Batman? You like a worse version?
Worst version of Robin?
That's kind of wild. You like a worse... Yeah, Robin's just a worse version of Batman, though. That's what I'm saying. Which one is he? Dick Grayson?
I'm gonna go super nerdy.
I don't even know.
He's the second Robin, by the way.
Yeah.
By the way, like... He's
Nigga
literally
like
the
a
one that
work version
becomes
of
in Teen
Batman.
Titans, by the way. Like that Robin becomes the Robin from Teen Titans literally becomes Nightwing.
He becomes Nightwing in Teen Titans, by the way. Niggas
He
ain't
does
seen
for
Teen
that
Titans in
one
years.
episode, but in reality, he does leave Teen Titans because he becomes fucking Nightwing. That was my favorite superhero. And then you know who I would say? Let me rip this bitch out. Is the Silver Surfer. People will look at me like I'm a fucking bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, you like the Silver Surfer way more than everybody else. I'll be honest with you. You like that nigga. You like that nigga a little bit more than everybody else. I'll be honest with you.
Bro, the Silver Surfer, mark my words, in 5 years, is about to be as popular. How popular is Doctor Strange?
He's pretty popular. Mostly, he's not. He's pretty popular because he's in his storyline. He's the one that ties everything together. Also, his very first movie was supposed to be like a C-list movie, and niggas just watched it because they were watching Marvel, and the shit turned out to be amazing. So he's decently popular. He's bottom tier in Marvel. Like he's at the bottom, but he's popular.
Alert. The only person that can move Thor's hammer, by the way,
he's Captain America.
Is literally Captain America and Silver Surfer.
All right.
Spoilers alert.
Okay. Right. Yeah, you like Silver Surfer way more than.
Dude, they were about to destroy his home planet, but he sacrificed himself to be a part of Galactus. He became one of Galactus' disciples or whatever, and he goes to every planet and destroys other planets. But then he realizes it's kind of fucked up because he saved his planet.
Yeah, he's like an anti-hero, honestly. They already have Deadpool. Let me ask you.
He's an anti-hero. No, he's more popular than Deadpool. Like, if you read, like, the zombie comic books and shit.
Well, I don't know about that one, Chief.
If you read the zombie comic books and shit, actually, no.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
So, yeah, Silver Surfer is, and then, like, every planet he goes to,
Doctor Doom definitely more popular than Silver Surfer.
Yeah, well, no, Silver Surfer has to come in to save the Fantastic Four when Doctor Doom are getting beat. In the cartoons. Silver Surfer, every planet he goes to, he sees like the love of his life, because he can't return to his home planet, because he had a wife and everything. But every planet he goes to, he sees someone that's reminded of like the love of his life. That shit crazy, bro. But they don't focus in on the comic books, but like that little thing, I was like, damn, Silver Surfer really that guy.
You guys should check out that Magic Johnson series. Looks amazing. I heard it's fire. I haven't seen it, but I heard it's fire.
Bro, if Jeannie Buss is, when Twitter tells me Jeannie Buss is literally getting fucked by like one of the basketball players, is that Magic Johnson or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? I'm gonna start watching, because that's when I know the show's legit. Cause they can't be teetering.
Apparently, they got Jerry West looking like a like a dickhead asshole. I'm like, I'm definitely watching this.
They can't sell me on the ideas like, oh, it's the Lakers, it's the Showtime and shit. Like, I get it, like it's cool and shit, but you gotta sell me on like, it's gonna get grimy, it's gonna get dirty. We're gonna hear like stories behind like the curtain and shit. Like,
I seen a clip of, I think what is a comedy? It's a documentary. It's not a documentary. It's a TV show.
It's a show. Yeah.
I seen a clip of Matt Johnson telling a kid to he's not getting an autograph. That was funny as fuck. He was like, "I'm your biggest fan, Magic." He's like, beat it." House of Magic says they only make games. They make games only mostly for Batman and Spider-Man. Yes, there's a million Spider-Man games, a million Batman games. It's like one Hulk game, 2 Hulk games.
Oh, the whole game for the PS2 was amazing.
Niggas might have just made a Captain America game.
And I don't
the recent time they made that shit, and that shit was ass.
Yo, word to Drake. Drake used to say, "I'm trying to give Halle Berry, no one can. I'm trying to give Halle Berry a baby, no one can stop me. I'm trying to give Zoe Kravitz a baby, and no one can stop me."
How old is Zoe Kravitz? 33, you said?
33. Holy shit. I think she had a kid. She's married by now, by the way. I fuck with Zoe Kravitz. There was a story. I had a crush on Zoe Kravitz when she was on the movie Dope. Apparently, the YG pulled up on her in a pool party in LA, and he tried to hit on her and shit, and Zoe Kravitz just like blew her off. I mean, Zoe Kravitz really has that energy when she like. Zoe Kravitz just knows like she's a badass. Like she knows she's really Zoe Kravitz.
Also, she be around real musicians too. She's like, yo, bro, you made my nigga. Come on, now. Bro, imagine the caliber of musicians Zoe Kravitz has been around. Maybe not popularity wise, but like talent wise, it's probably outrageous.
Look at her husband.
Dude, that shit not even there, nigga. You sure she married? Oh, spouse.
Oh, she's not married?
She look like she divorced.
She
This shit said
divorced.
2021.
Robert
Yeah.
Pattinson really did that.
Yo, who this bum ass nigga? Yo, look at this nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga like he on drugs. This nigga got to be a director. How much he been?
I mean, she.
And she married a white man.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently she did in Channing Tatum.
I thought this is another white guy.
I know. That's why the urban shit was so wild to me. No, I'm like, ain't no way. I'm like, nigga, ain't no way, boy. He had a lead role in pornographic. What the fuck? Was he married a bum ass nigga? This nigga ain't a director? It's a bum ass nigga?
A fun fact while you're looking this up: Captain America and Black Widow were once married in real life.
Who the fuck is Captain America?
I forget that white guy's name. Who plays Captain America?
I don't remember his name.
You know him though.
I know who it is. I know who Black Widow is. But this nigga
Scarlett
directed a
Johansson.
bunch of TV shows and he bagged nigga been acting. Nigga is like a middling actor.
Yeah, I mean,
Bagged bro, no, she shouldn't have got a role, my nigga. Yo, every time, it's just more evidence he shouldn't have got that role.
Dude, I feel like Chris Evans, yeah, Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson were once married before they were involved in the Marvel universe, and they were married for a couple of years. I mean, I feel like Zoe Kravitz is the type to like marry. She wouldn't marry YG. She wouldn't even marry like Drake. She would marry the guy. She would marry like 40 or some shit, or like OVO 40, or like OVO Noel.
Chad Tatum though. So she dating a nigga who is really but this nigga ain't look at this nigga on that art shit. Nigga, where the bag at? She married a nigga who was saying where the bag at. So hey man.
Was her acting good or bad? Zoe Kravitz?
Fine. She looks good on screen.
Yeah, she plays the eye candy, but the fucked up part is, no spoilers alert, I think she was the one other than the Penguin that was supposed to draw like an emotional connection in the movie, where like, oh shit, you feel some heart, like, oh, but she's not a good actor. So I didn't feel anything other than like, oh my gosh, Zoe Kravitz, I would drink milk with you. Apparently she drink milk for the Catwoman team.
Yeah, I seen that shit too. I'm pretty sure she was joking. She's like, I'm a method actor. I drank milk. I'm pretty sure she was joking. But then they pulled up a clip of when she did like another thing where she was drinking milk. It's like, no, here it is right here. Yeah, she was joking. She was joking about being a method actor.
Dude, Zoe Kravitz, bro, Zoe Kravitz is so beautiful.
I think Drake smashed Zoe Kravitz. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Drake.
I think Drake did smash Zoe Kravitz, but Zoe.
What if Drake?
This is 2014 Zoe Kravitz. There was a lot of stories about Zoe Kravitz. At the time, her biggest role was Dope. So it was so crazy.
By the way, Lisa Bonet back on the market. She left Aquaman.
I ain't gonna lie, the nigga Aquaman, nigga talk to Vicious.
Bro. Lisa Bonet, I don't know. She like Erykah Badu, but for acting.
She not.
Lady Kravitz, Aquaman. That's a top. Who else are you fucking with? Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I couldn't fuck her because she fucked like that top tier guys. She fucked a nigga that talks to fish and a guy that was accepted by like the white rock community. That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
And he was in the Hunger Games. You fucking nigga always be disrespecting his acting career. Like nigga didn't have an acting career, bro.
Your mama really fucked with him.
You don't fuck with Hunger Games, bro. He designed the suit. This girl is on fire before Alicia Keys. What's up, again?
Okay. At one point, I had the pin and shit.
See.
No, Hunger Games was literally like a moment. You know what she is though? She's not Zoe Kravitz, but her mother. She's not Tracy Ellis. I still pick Tracy Ellis over Zoe Kravitz's mother.
In terms of career, yes.
No,
who look better?
No, look better.
No, you're out of control.
I'm pretty sure Tracy Ellis is fucking 49. I'm fucking Tracy Ellis is 49, bro.
Tracy Ellis at 49 looks just as good as Zoe Kravitz at 55.
Nah, I feel like Zoe Kravitz.
Not Zoe Kravitz, Lisa Bonet at 55. And you know how Lisa Bonet looked when he was in the 20s. So I'll tell you who ain't look that good. Tracy Ellis ain't look that good in the 20s.
Lisa Bonet and Tracy Ellis are around the same age? No way.
Lisa Bonet is like 5 or 6 years older.
No way.
Yes, nigga.
Are you like being for real? Or you're just like assuming.
Okay. Lisa Bonet, I just looked at it, but I believe she's
Lisa
55.
Bonet is younger than Tracy Ellis.
Lisa Bonet is 54.
Holy shit, Lisa Bonet does look better than Tracy Ellis, but I'm fucking Tracy Ellis off her body.
Tracy Ellis is 49. And
Oh,
Lisa
Tracy Ellis is
Bonet,
younger.
yeah, so Lisa Bonet is 6 years older than 5 years older than her and looks better than her. Fuck is he
Okay.
talking about?
Okay, Lisa Bonet is like naturally.
And Tracy Ellis' mom famous too. There you go, mad fame everywhere around.
Yeah, people don't even know
Actually-
who Tracy Ellis' mom is, which is insane.
I feel like everyone knows her mom is Diana Ross. Come on, her mom does. Her mom does overshadow her a lot. Though. Like I'm picking up Lenny Kravitz, but then again, Diana Ross. Then again, ain't even in the same stratosphere as Diana Ross. No, but Diana Ross is like an all-time.
I think people
musician.
don't know. I think people don't know that Tracy Ellis' mom is Diana Ross.
I mean, unless you don't know who Tracy Ellis Ross is and you just think she's a light-skinned chick on Blackish. But if you like know who she is, you definitely know that. And by the way, Tidal is definitely watching us because what the fuck? Look at this. Look at my screen.
Elvis?
No, nigga, trending playlist.
Elvis?
Women's history. Why would Elvis be trending? International
Dude,
Women's
did you
Day
see the trailer?
and Tracy Ellis Ross.
Wait, Tracy Ellis Ross or Diana Ross?
Has a playlist. Tracy Ellis Ross. She has a playlist on Tidal.
Elliot, shout out to you, bro. I know Elliot's married, bro, but if you're in the presence of Tracy Ellis Ross, I don't blame you for looking at her ass and how Katie did Amber Rose and shit when she did the whole 360. Fuck, bro.
What is this Elvis trailer? Should I watch this trailer? Is it a watchable trailer?
Yeah, we need to watch the Elvis trailer. This Elvis, bro, the guy who's playing Elvis is about to get nominated for Match. I'm not gonna lie, I'm listening to Elvis music just because of this trailer. That's how good this trailer is. Shout out to Tom Hanks, by the way. And you know what's crazy? Tom Hanks might the one who's probably gonna get the awards and shit, but because it's Tom Hanks. But yeah,
Elvis.
Making the choice to go back to work is a big decision. But this time,
Yeah, Buddy said you
my
niggas should go
own
back to work.
job description.
yeah, fucking yo, student
You know,
loans really clocked me, bro.
my
I came to
job
find out
is-
that it was student loans took my funds.
Nice.
Holy shit! I just started playing it Indeed. This shit crazy.
There are
I
some
put Indeed. I put like 6
who make
applications.
me
on
out to be the villain of this here story.
Let's don't let a good thing die.
I like what he did to the song. Made it more ominous. It's a very upbeat
Are
song.
you born with destiny?
Yeah, I was looking up his music and the trailer. It definitely like added the spice.
Wait, you don't know you don't know Elvis's music?
Not like this. Not like how I'm curious.
That song might be like 25 times.
What was background?
Get a haircut, buttercup.
A hobble.
That moment,
Buttercup.
I watched that skinny boy transform into a superhero.
My mama left me. I find a new place to dwell. I'm going on the street for Heartbreak Hotel.
It's my destiny. I wish to promote you, Mr. Presley. Are you ready to fly?
I'm ready to fly.
Bro, this movie looks fucking amazing.
Looks like a biopic, like every other biopic.
Ah, but it's
Can't
Elvis
move,
though.
I can't sing.
Did you see Bohemian Rhapsody?
People want to put me in jail.
What's up? What's up? I think do you just not watch biopics?
I think it came from Bohemian Rhapsody because it was fucked up. It's my guy from the Spy movie, but I don't care for Elton John. I care for Elvis.
Martin Luther King has been shot to death in Memphis.
Tragedy, but it has nothing to do with us.
It has everything to do with us.
Like I know the hype of Elvis, so that just gives like Elton John. I don't really care for Elton John. I was like, I know the
Elton
hype.
John was not Bohemian Rhapsody. nigga.
Everyone stole me.
Oh, you're right.
But there also was an Elton John biopic type movie that looked just as fire as this.
I mean, not Elvis.
I'm gonna be before
Like
the
I know
flood.
this music just from like
And nobody's gonna
Like-
remember me.
You don't know Elton John's music.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Who's that?
I need to get back to who I really am.
Oh, what's that? Queen. You don't know Queen?
Yeah, Queen's music is not Elton John. Elton John's really like not Elton John.
I mean, Elvis is more popular, but you're bugging. I think the song Bohemian Rhapsody is bigger than any Elvis song.
Yeah, but Elvis.
Ironically, that song is not even that good.
Elvis is like a generation Elvis.
So is the band Queen.
No, it's not.
They also made another one by Dust and all that shit.
For eternity.
Yeah, they have a lot of, they have a lot of iconic music also, just like Elvis.
The greatest show on earth.
In fact, I'm pretty sure they have just as much iconic music as Elvis does. You're bugging. You are bugging, sir.
Elvis is
And I
Elvis.
think
by the way.
what's his face, the leader of the band Queen, is also stood up for like mad shit.
Dude, Elvis
It was
Presley.
like,
okay, we're shit. I know it's like.
I'm
music
not
is
shitting on
depressing.
Elvis. I like Elvis.
Elvis is
I know
literally
mad
Elvis is over Bohemian, the Queen, by the way, the band. Elvis's story,
You
his
didn't
his
even
whole-
know no goddamn. You didn't even know no goddamn Elvis music before
No,
the
I know.
trailer.
No, it's like saying like, oh shit, Kid Cudi Day and Night. If I was like a jit and shit, and I was like, oh, I know Day and Night, but I don't care to listen to Man on the Moon and shit. That's what Elvis music was to me as a child. Like, it's like when you be like, oh shit, you should be talking about Michael Jackson music. Like, bro, I know Elvis music, but it is literally like, when I hear a song, like I can tell you that's Elvis. Most people wouldn't be able to tell you that's Elvis. And I know that sounds crazy because I know you listen to like a lot of your mother put you on Elvis and all that shit, but people are.
I mean, Elvis music is also just very popular. He's a like very iconic musician. And RCH says fuck Elvis. Or this.
I mean, yeah. If you know Elvis, I'm pretty sure this movie's gonna give us like the fucking why Elvis is so great. It's not gonna be like he married one of the Clintons. No, not the Clintons. One of the Kennedys when she was 14. He took from black music. A lot of shit. They're probably gonna sprinkle in. But hey, the NWA shit didn't highlight Dr. Dre beating up his girlfriend. Like, let's not.
The fuck would they highlight that?
Exactly. So why would they highlight? There's like a lot. You know what I mean?
wait.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
But
I know say shit, fuck
by the way,
Elvis.
I'm gonna keep it showing you niggas. No one outside of black people. I'm gonna keep it. First of all, black people don't give a fuck that Elvis stole their music. Eh? You know who give a fuck that black? You know who the fuck gives a fuck that Elvis stole black people music? Only black musicians. There's only the only people who cares that Elvis stole music was literally just black musicians. Nobody else gives a fuck that Elvis stole music. This shit is fire. This shit is so fire. The shit Elvis was doing, ain't nobody else was doing. And niggas couldn't sing like Elvis. Nor so as good as Elvis.
Yeah,
The fuck? That's just a woke statement. Yeah, to be like, oh, no, fuck Elvis.
Yeah,
That's
Mama's
just
not
a
right
thing to
about
say.
that. Mama's not wrong about that. Elvis singing
fuck?
was insane. Man really had a voice.
Yeah, and
Crazy.
He went out just the way he went out like like tragically. So anyway, nigga died in like a toilet from like a heart attack. I'm like, it's not like
And
nigga
then-
went out in a blaze of glory. Nigga even overdosed. Nigga just died in a toilet from a heart attack. Or some
But
shit.
I was looking at YouTube things. I used to always think that as a child, right? That he overdosed because he used to like PB&J and he used to like these unhealthy sandwiches from Hawaii. Back when I used to watch like these things. Coming to find out though, years later, he did overdose from codeine and all these pills and shit. But the family didn't want to put it out there. So he did over. Hopefully
You
the
don't think
movie
he was
does.
just mad all the way? You ever seen pictures of like Elvis before he died? He looked like a nigga who was about to die.
Okay,
Wildly unhealthy.
but if you take pills and shit,
Yeah, he was on everything, and he was a rock star.
combination of everything. But a lot of people think that he died on his toilet. Me,
I think he did die in the
he
toilet.
did die on his toilet and thought from a heart attack. But I think the images are portrayed like, oh, he just died of a heart attack because he was just so fat. But there was narcotics in his system. Like there was drugs in his system, and I think they never highlighted that. And me as a child, I used to always think like, oh, he just died because he was just had diabetes and shit. But then like if you look it up, no, the nigga was taking drugs. Like
Died of a heart attack, likely brought on by addiction to prescription. Blah, 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 blah.
yeah, but a person who was casual like me who knew about Elvis, not like, oh, when they tell you the history about him, like, oh, he just died from diabetes because he was so out of weight.
I mean, it don't matter. You're like, yeah, this nigga died.
I think because he's a white artist and it was the 70s, they didn't want to highlight, because when he died, it was like the year 77 and shit. They didn't want to highlight, oh, he died over drugs. I mean, now it's just like, yo, people overdose every day. It's fucked up.
I think niggas overdosed crazy back then also. But look at this.
77 years.
Look at this nigga. Look at it. You see the screen? Look at this nigga, bro. Look at this nigga face.
Yeah. No, honestly, I thought he died because of diabetes and of a heart attack. I didn't know as a child that it had anything to do.
Well, he died of a heart attack, but likely brought on because of all the drugs he was doing. He had a heart attack because of all the drugs he was doing. But he did die of a heart attack.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not like a nigga that's he didn't overdose. He took mad pills and then had a heart attack because he couldn't handle it. Because his body was so fucked up. He took mad shit and the shit killed him.
Yeah, but I would feel like if they didn't take drugs, maybe it was just over. I mean, we've seen people who are like 500 pounds and like fucking still moving and shit. So, I mean, definitely.
I don't know if people who are 500 pounds living past their 60.
Elvis died when he was like 44, by the way. That's what that whole theory is like, oh, he's alive in Vegas. Actually, 42. So.
Yeah, but he a star.
Elvis should have died when he was like 50 or 60, like 55. Him dying
I
at
don't know
42.
if none of them people on my fucking 500 pound life is living past 60 if they Elvis that way. I'm gonna keep it showing. I'm thinking 55 and that might be it for them.
Okay, even 50. Elvis died at 42 or 44. It's kind of crazy. If he would have made it like to 50. Might have been crazy. But yeah, that movie's gonna be. I'm excited for that movie, man. It's not that Elvis. Even though Hove got some.
Very hype. They made this movie. They make these movies forever. By the way, this is that genre of movie.
When I was reading about,
I just named two that happened for the most recent ones. This is a genre of movie. It's not like a.
Right.
There was a Diana. Remember the Diana Ross movie? You remember that?
I haven't seen the Diana Ross movie. I don't remember the trailer, but this Elvis shit though, like just the cinematography, for lack of better words. Like, I like how this shit. I like Tom Hanks being, because apparently Tom Hanks was the crooked, or his manager was the crooked guy who was like, "Oh, you got to do this and shit." Just the way this trailer just highlights everything. I knew about Elvis. I looked up Elvis as a kid and shit because when Hove was talking about him, I got more Elvis and I got more hits and. He said some shit about Elvis and shit back when the Blueprint 3 came out, and this was back in 2009. I was like, oh shit, I know Elvis because my family.
Elvis left the building.
Yeah, Elvis left the building. I know who Elvis is. Oh, he's alive in Vegas and shit. And I'm like, kid me going through LimeWire, like, oh shit, his music is really good. But I'm like, just pass on. You know what I mean? Like, Elvis is really like, bro, if you care about music, Elvis is literally like top 10. He checks all the boxes for like top 10 greatest like living artists of fucking all time and shit.
I mean, I don't know. You should be talking about. You just discredited Queen. Like, I've never heard a nigga talk about Queen like that before.
You think Queen's in the top 10?
Queen is literally just as iconic as Elvis. You're bugging. Like, again, you're bugging. You just apparently you just see this trailer and you're like, oh, Elvis, you're fucking bugging right now.
Cause a kid me, this is what I needed when I was like back in like fucking junior high when I was going through like finding out about like going through Elvis and know his music and shit. Like this movie would have geeked me the fuck out with me doing my Googles and looking through Wikipedia. Me being an adult, man.
You ain't even care about the Elton John one. Elton John is just as iconic, and he didn't die. Elton John is just as iconic, and he left, and he did mad shit for gay rights and LGBT, and so did nigga from Queen. I can't remember the lead singer's name. Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, it is Freddie Mercury. Oh,
so I don't know
the guy from the Roll Up Show.
So I don't know. The fuck is he thinking of Elvis? I mean, yeah, but so is the Queen and Freddie Mercury, just as iconic.
Yeah, they're a group other than Elton John. Yeah, I'll give you Elton John.
And Elton John is up there. And
yeah, Elton
the
John
Beatles,
is right
they're
there
all
with
this in this stratosphere of musicians.
Not Queen though, like Queen is up there, but I wouldn't put Queen like in that
but
top 10
you don't
greatest
know the
artists.
Queen again. You don't know the Queen song.
I know Queen's music, but
which Queen music? Which Queen song you know that I named to you?
I don't know the lyrics. Look up top 10 greatest living artists of all time and see if Queen cracks the top 10.
All them niggas dead. What the fuck are you talking about?
Let's just type see who cracks the top 10. Cause I'm pretty sure Elton John will crack there. I'm not. You're right. I'm Elton John, Elvis.
What, greatest musicians ever? We can't be living. They all dead, nigga. Greatest musicians of all time. Was this the Rolling Stones one we looked at? They had Aretha Franklin number 1, I think. Let me look at a different one. We already seen the Rolling Stones. LA Weekly. In any genre. But mine number 16 is disrespectful. William Hung. Who the fuck is William Hung? Truly great musician talents aren't often heard. You're goddamn right. I never heard his name before. William Hung. Alright. This list might be fugazi. So that nigga that was famous. Oh my god, this shit taking back to Beethoven.
I mean,
by the way, having Beethoven and the Beatles is a while. Let's see. Michael, Louis Armstrong. Oh, shout out to Louis Armstrong. Oh, he's a fucking amazing musician. Elvis. Wolfgang.
Exactly.
Yo, having Elvis over Mozart is crazy, man. Bob
really
Dylan.
that
Yo, that is fucking great. Now this is a wild. If you're gonna bring up classical
as a
niggas.
kid who was infatuated with music and just see like people, Bob Dylan, Elvis were always the names that were brought up and shit. By the way, like I
No,
said, like,
Elvis is a mention. No one is saying Elvis isn't the top 10. I'm just saying you're out of control.
Queen's not on this list though. Queen might be like top 20 and shit though. You're right about Elton John. I'll take the L. Like Elton John, living fucking legend. But Queen, I should have watched that Elton John movie. You're right. But the Queen.
This one goes the Beatles, Led Zeppelin. Ooh, Led Zeppelin. Shout out Led Zeppelin. Elvis Presley, Bob Dylan, like a Rolling Stone. Michael. Yo, should Michael not be above these niggas, bro? Queen.
It is,
6.
but I mean, he at least is bringing in. He's
There you
brought
go,
up
Queen.
names and shit. Queen is what number?
6. Rolling Stone. Number 7. Chuck
Wait.
Berry.
Queen's
Chuck
ahead
Berry
of
should
Rolling
definitely. Chuck Berry should definitely be over Elvis. There's no way Chuck Berry shouldn't be over Elvis.
Okay. Yeah, mama getting his woke.
Bro, well, Chuck Berry is who Elvis stole shit from.
So we'll find out.
But also, Chuck Berry is also Bob Marley number 10. Jimi Hendrix over Bob Marley. I'll know about that one, Chief. There you go, Mitchell. There you go.
You remember the national?
What?
Remember the national anthem?
Oh, what?
You remember the national anthem?
Of what?
Jimi Hendrix literally played it with his guitar.
Chuck Berry should be over Elvis.
No, that is.
Anyway, as you can see, the Queen is right there with everybody else.
That's the only list that I've seen, by the way. But hey, that's
Well, the
only
other
one
list had Mozart and Beethoven in it.
like a lot of lists, they did highlight everyone, but only one list highlighted Queen. Maybe I'm still under Queen.
Well,
short,
Queen is in
but
the other list I looked up first. There was no Prince in that list either. What the fuck is Prince? All right, this list got David Bowie.
I love
like
Prince,
David-
but Prince is
David
like
Bowie like that.
I like Prince. Oh, there you go. Prince is 6. Prince is really like Frank Ocean, by the way. Like in this time, like I know when we argued, like
Yeah,
shit.
so
like,
is like Jimi Hendrix and them niggas.
yeah, it's really like
It's not like Jimi Hendrix was as popular as who was it? The Beatles
Jimi-
and David Bowie. Jimi Hendrix was not as popular as the Beatles,
Yeah, no, he
David
wasn't.
Bowie, and
And
Led
then Jimi
fucking
Hendrix-
Zeppelin.
when I did my
Relax.
Googles on Jimi Hendrix, I think he only has one top 40 or none top 40, and for the time but Jimi Hendrix, when he died and all his like when you look back at it, it was just iconic and shit.
This list gave Pink Floyd number 5, Prince number 6, Kate Bush
Like,
number
I would put
7,
Pink
Bob
Floyd
Marley number
ahead
8.
of
Nah, this is more respectful. Bob Marley number 8, I like that. Kraftwerk, I don't know who that is. Madonna? Number 10? Madonna over Michael?
You know why
Fleetwood
though?
Mac.
Because it's Women Appreciation Month.
Fleetwood Mac over Stevie? I don't know, man. Nirvana. Radiohead.
Where the fuck was Elvis in this?
Joni Mitchell. By the way, Elvis and the Queen ain't pop up on this bitch yet. Aretha Franklin number 20. The Smiths. Neil Young. Shout out to the Canadian legend.
You know what's
Johnny
happening?
Mitchell
These people,
and
man, the lists were born in the 90s. Or like they're like, yeah, man, fuck Elvis. Yes. Okay, if you're putting Aretha Franklin, she should be like.
Aretha Franklin is definitely over Elvis. I don't know if in iconicness, but in terms of music, definitely.
Music, yeah, I'll give you that, but iconicness still Elvis tricks that. It's like how
Oh,
I
okay,
hate Drake
what?
and shit. Like how I hate Drake, but I would be like, bro, I love Kendrick. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
By the way,
Well, we're not talking
Beethoven, they
about.
say
Like,
Beethoven the greatest musician of all time. You see how crazy having Mozart was over Elvis over Mozart. You see how crazy that first list was, nigga. That's the only one you believed in, but the one that you keep harping on. The one that had Mozart, Elvis over Mozart. This is the ranker list where everyone can just vote. Beethoven number 1, Mozart, Bach, Paul McCartney, John Lennon. Okay, all right. They could just put the Beatles here.
Let's put the Beatles
They could
in
just
there.
put the Beatles here, bro. Even though them John Legend albums do be slapping.
Why did
Michael.
John Legend and Sayoko, whatever her name is?
Jimi Hendrix, Elvis, David Bowie, the Rolling Stones. You think I got the whole Rolling Stones? Led Zeppelin, Bob Dylan, the Beatles, Queen, Johnny Cash.
I think Johnny Cash hasn't been getting love. Hey, was Walk the Line about Johnny Cash?
I mean, it's by Johnny Cash, yes.
It is?
Yes, Walk the Line is about Johnny Cash. It is sung by Johnny Cash.
Oh,
I don't know if
the movie,
Sinatra should be
the movie.
17 based on most of the shit being covers.
Wait, the Walk the Line was about Johnny Cash as a movie? Came out in 2000s.
Oh, I never seen that movie. I just noticed that.
I remember my brother had a bootleg and shit, and I seen it as a child, but I never go back watching it as an adult. But I feel like mad people. It's like around the same time when Ray Charles movie came out with the Jamie Foxx.
But Mitch, as you can see, Queen is two numbers behind Elvis.
They're not Elvis though, and apparently
To you, but bro, I think everyone in the top 20 is the same.
Apparently,
level of talent.
they didn't have no love for Elton John because I didn't really hear you ring your name more for Elton John.
Oh
Apparently,
no, Elton John is right there. I just named him because he wasn't. He's
Nah.
right
Apparently,
there.
Elton John not dead. I seen a whole pattern with this shit. Cause this shit.
Elton John
was
isn't dead. No. he's
Yeah, I
not.
know, but if he was dead, he would have been hired. Cause
Yeah, he would have been hired. He'd have been up here with Jimmy. He's probably right. Because
just
right
because
now
he alive and
he's
shit.
Queen. So this goes Elvis, David Bowie, Led Zeppelin, Bob Dylan, the Beatles, Queen, Johnny Cash, Elton John. Elton John's above Sinatra and Bob Marley, Prince, Nirvana, The Doors, Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, that nigga need to die so we can put him up on these lists.
I'm not gonna lie.
When Stevie Wonder dies,
dies,
by the way, he top five all time.
Top five, yeah, you're not wrong. He's definitely top five.
But he alive, so you know.
Kind of fucked up how that shit goes. Ah man, but I'm excited for that Elvis movie. I feel like Elvis. I looked up in Spotify. He's number 333. Shout out to the threes. You know that's my favorite number. Shout out to angel numbers. He's number
No one knew
330.
that. Why you said like, yo, you guys know? No one fucking knew that.
No, that's my favorite angel number, and he's number 333 streamed on Spotify. I feel like when that Elvis shit comes out, the Elvis song, "My Darling," actually it's actually not even his song. It's like pretty much what Whitney Houston did to was the chick with big boobs,
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
I think you really
Which-
don't know music. No one to be listening to hip hop. Nasty.
That's gonna become Elvis' biggest song when that movie comes out. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it's the same thing how King Benny says. Like I think Benny said that like yo people only know Day and Night but don't know like Kid Cudi shit. That Elvis song, the trailer is just
Yeah,
it really
Elvis is
just.
a very big musician.
I know though, but like again,
Elvis ain't just like Elvis ain't Kid Cudi. Elvis ain't.
no,
You
but
know, a
it's-
lot of people know, like Elvis. There's like a demographic of people that like kids like how we like hip hop. They own this the like old music. Like they don't fuck with this new modern shit.
And there's the
They
old people who
only
listen to
fuck with,
Elvis too. My nigga, I'm about to be 28. You're an anomaly and shit because your mother put you onto all that music and shit, playing your tape deck. I don't know the Elvis music like that. Like, you
Which
know what I
Elvis
mean?
song you talk about? Since my baby left me, I find a new place to dwell. Dun dun.
No, it was
Heartbreak Hotel. That song.
it's not even his song.
That is an Elvis song I just sung.
Unchained Melody.
How it goes.
Yeah, I don't know. I just watched the trailer, but I'm just saying, based off the trailer, that's gonna be one of his biggest songs. Crazy though that it's not even his song; it's off another band. That's all. Just kidding.
Why do people suck Bob Dylan's dick and saying he's
You're
the
wild.
greatest?
Bob
You
Dylan
might have
is
never
really
heard
that
Bob
guy.
Dylan's
Yeah,
music.
what
Yeah,
the
you
fuck?
might.
Well, I had a wood shop teacher that would like really suck his dick off and just tell us about the class was about wood, pause and shit. He would just tell us about Bob Dylan and shit.
Bob Dylan might be the greatest storyteller. The fuck is he talking about? This is Kim Benny. Let's play Bob Dylan music, bro. They get like
Bro.
these are I get. I like hip hop. Love hip hop. These niggas in hip hop, once in a while, a nigga in hip hop make you feel something. Maybe once in a while. But these niggas was putting out like 20 fucking albums. And niggas is hitting like 75% in terms of feeling something. Like these niggas' music is like 75% of the time. Yes, this niggas like, yo, is this the greatest thing I've ever heard?
And when shit was really going on in the world, by the way. Too. And when you find out the way how Bob Dylan died, you're gonna lose your mind.
How many albums is he? Let me see how many albums is he?
I don't think he has that many albums. Because he
I
died.
said 20, but he
Doesn't
might
matter.
have more than 20.
I'm you want
Yeah,
spoilers,
1, 2, 3.
I'm not even gonna ruin it.
I go. This guy like 8. I would see like this guy might have.
While
20
he was
albums.
alive, though?
While he was alive, type albums.
No, while he was alive, he didn't have that many albums.
Okay. How many albums?
Shout out Bob Dylan, though. Shout out to the whites.
39.
While he was alive?
Uh,
No.
39 studio albums, 95 singles, 17 notable extended plays, 54 music video, 15 live albums, 16 volume comprising the bootleg series, 29 compilation albums, and 22 box sets.
No, how why he was alive? Type in why he was alive. Fun fact though, where you type that band who sing La 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 Bamba died with Bob Dylan in their plane crash. So I feel like your parents would fuck with Bob Dylan and Benny.
I think he had 39 when he died. Before he died, bro.
Hasn't been. I feel like he did, but I feel like live.
Is Bob Dylan dead?
Yeah, what the fuck? He died in a plane crash.
Are you sure?
Positive. I'm not gonna lie, that
Bob
picture
Dylan
was
is not dead. Bob Dylan is
But
80
you know who I'm
years
talking
old.
about? You know who I'm thinking of? Buddy Hill. No, who the fuck? Buddy Hill's a basketball player.
Yeah, I'm like, is Bob Dylan even dead? Much I had me going down this rabbit hole. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. Bob Dylan is not dead.
Bob Dylan's not dead. You know what? I'm confusing Bob Dylan with someone else.
Yes, Bob Dylan is not dead, and he has 39 albums.
Dude, who died in a plane crash?
I don't know. A lot of famous people died in plane crashes, so I don't know.
R.I.P. Aaliyah.
Why the youth don't know Elvis like that? Not gonna lie. I mean the youth
No, the
don't
youth
know
doesn't
Elvis.
know Elvis. Like,
No, the youth don't know Elvis. Like
I
that.
don't
It's a
know
different
Elvis.
generation of music.
Elvis literally died in the year 1977. Like, you literally have to care about music to know somewhat about Elvis. Dude, he died in
By the
the
way,
70s.
every time I talk about Kanye West and how like Kanye is great, but you know he niggas dick sucking a little bit. Just like how you see how niggas, you saw much just disrespecting Queen. Onto that, and maybe I had to pull up multiple lists of having Queen and Kanye is Kanye, but Queen is on a different total level of a stratosphere of like fame and notoriety in their time. And you niggas think to tell me that Kanye is just gonna be remembered as just the greatest, and you see how much it does disrespect Queen.
Yeah, but Kanye is more on the level of Elvis. Queen is a band. There's a difference when you're in a band and you're in a solo artist.
Nigga, the Beatles was number one on every list.
Yeah, the Beatles. Paul
It was
McCartney.
Beatles, then
Yeah,
Beethoven.
the Beatles literally created the album. Beatles were literally for 2 or 3 years while they were together. They like dominated. Queen is not the Beatles.
The Beatles created albums. They invented.
They literally created the concept album.
Is that a fact?
This is a fact, and we have a YouTube video where we discuss this. By the way.
No, you might have said I fact
literally
checked. Just like you
created
just said, Bob Dylan was
dead.
dead, and I didn't actually fact check
Dude, who
until
the
until
fuck
I
died
thought about it.
from
I'm like,
Beatles?
when the fuck did that
Dude,
nigga die?
Bob Dylan is alive. No, when did he die? Type in
Bob Dylan is alive, nigga. I Googled it. He's 80 years old.
who the fuck died in a plane crash. Gotta look it up or to publish. Plane crash. The day music died. It was a very important day, 1959. Shout out to all the women that were born in
I
1959.
find it hard to believe the Beatles created that. Frank
The concept
Sinatra, the godfather of the concept album. In
That was
1946, Frank Sinatra
modern
released
day concept
The
album.
Voice of Frank Sinatra, was seen as many as the first true concept. Again, Metro is just talking on his ass.
The modern day concept album is literally.
It's crazy. Metro be talking on his ass again. He crazy when niggas don't fact check this nigga.
No, it's literally the Beatles.
Bro, I Google it.
What publication? You nigga, you're looking at Wikipedia?
I'm not looking at Wikipedia. I wasn't a Wikipedia article, but they tell me about the joints before, nigga.
Type in the Beatles. Type in the Beatles modern day concept album.
Okay, here you go. There's a whole breakdown of concept albums.
Dude, who the fuck is Buddy Holly? Buddy Holly died. You know who Buddy Holly is?
No.
Hey, you don't fuck with music. Fucking casual. Try the Buddy Holly. If you know, you know. Buddy Hill was the next step. Motherfucker, I know. It sounded like I was talking about Buddy Hill.
For history, original concept albums date back to Woody Gun Dust Bowl. Okay. So niggas say date back to Dust Bowl, but the first modern.
There's the Beatles.
Mitchell, you're wrong again.
I looked up the Rolling. Who is this article? If it's not
Nigga, this is the third article I'm on.
Dude, type in the Beatles modern day album concept album.
How Frank Sinatra invented the album? Oh, the Rock Archive. What more you want, nigga?
Type in the Beatles and see what they say about the Beatles.
There's a concept. Okay, here you go. There's something about Sgt. Pepper.
Exactly. Sgt. Pepper is the concept
Nigga,
album.
you ain't even read the article. There's an article about Sgt. Pepper.
No, because I remember I read this article.
It was recorded Transformers CrossFit. So you read 8 articles, but you didn't read the 20 other articles around it? Basically, if I alien landed in my apartment here,
they talk about the modern day concept album. Not the modern day concept album. I think if I'm fucking them up, but how we listen to concept albums today.
Bro, the nigga said, but was it the first concept album? Was it even a concept album at all? Yo, mention this cannot be the article you read. Because niggas is like, this might not be.
You didn't even finish the article.
Okay. It sounds like what is an album with an overarching concept. Blah, 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 blah. Usually each individual track, blah, 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 blah. Song cycle. Notable examples of rock operas include The Who, Pink Floyd, Green Day's American Idiot. It's not a rock opera, it's not a plot, but it does have a concept, which, bro, niggas can't even decide it. Bro, niggas is asking if it's even a concept album. The Frank Sinatra shit came out 40 years before this. The fuck is he talking about? This is even a pointless conversation we're having right now. This nigga wrong again.
The Beatles did it, bro. The Beatles did it.
This nigga niggas is on this shit. On this shit, having a fucking a fucking dissertation about if this shit even is a concept. Bro, niggas wondering. They ain't saying this the first. They're like, yo, is this even a concept album? Maybe it's a rock opera. Yo, Metro read the headline and said that's it. Yeah, this Metro said some bull. Yeah, King May just brought up another one. The McDonald's gives pregnant people. Yeah, Metro 0-3 tonight.
This is what Metro thinks McDonald's gives pregnant people.
I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going to piss. Yeah, Metro 0-3 tonight. Yeah, I don't know. Bob Dylan, Beatles, McDonald's giving people cancer. It's going to go well.
Just think how some TikToks go viral. Just think about the pee. What agenda do I have to spread out there? It comes back. Oh yeah, the Broncos just traded for Russell Wilson. This is the happiest moment that I felt in a minute. Y'all seen the Westbrook shit? I seen the Westbrook shit when he was courtside, and people were hackling him. I love Westbrook's the OKC times, but according to Magic Johnson, he should be coming off the he's not doing what he should be doing or whatever. I defended Westbrook when KD left. I still love Westbrook, but bro, you should be coming off the bench. And I think it's people's psyche that be like, yo, I can still pull up triple doubles. Yeah, you can pull up triple doubles on a losing team. You're not a winning formula, bro. Westbrook should be coming off the bench. You know what I mean? And I feel like that just hurts his fucking legacy and shit. You know? But again, I feel like you have to have that type of mindset where like, yo, I'm me, because Westbrook, him being him is what got him to be the 5th round pick for OKC. So Westbrook said he doesn't like the name Westbrook because his son likes it. Yeah, bro, Westbrook's on some dumb shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I feel like people. How do you tell people that when they got to that? That's when people just become out of touch, bro. Because Westbrook looks like a hard-headed person, bro.
I mean, LeBron picked him, bro.
Yeah, and I blame LeBron for that too, dude. For being honest, like I know
The
they
GM.
were, yeah, they were mad that Kobe's guy, who's the GM right now, he didn't do no trade for John Wall. But it's like, bro, we could have had Buddy Hield, we could have had DeMar DeRozan, and no, you wanted Westbrook and shit because you're out here smoking fucking cigars with them at your house in the off season, and now you're set with them. Like, oh, let's get rid of them. Like, bro, I'm not gonna fucking mess up draft picks just so we can fix your mistake for this moment and what's to get us to the second round. Because it looks like with Westbrook, you're not gonna get out the first round and shit. So,
Bro, the Suns look disgusting. Chris Paul and Devin Booker not playing, and them niggas barely lost fucking to the Bucks. I'm like, holy shit. Them niggas is shy. Chris Paul got to fumble it this year again for the Knicks to not win the championship. Is Chris Paul either going to fumble or is Steph Curry going to average 40 in that Western Conference Finals, my nigga? I don't know.
yeah, Draymond Green said
For
he's supposed to
them
make
to
a
know.
March 16. I think it was March. Yeah, Draymond Green returns next week and shit.
Yeah, next week Draymond comes back.
But I feel like
Steph can finally go back to being Steph.
I feel like that nugget team is intact though. I know people don't probably want to hear it because like for some reason people don't care. Not the Nuggets, the Suns. Some people don't care about the Suns, but bro, Suns feel like that. If you're watching basketball like back in the days when like the Spurs and shit, and they make it to the finals, it just feels like that. But they're not sexy and shit. It's like, oh, John Morant and shit, like MVP. Shout out to John Morant. I don't think he MVP. I think
He's
MVP.
nowhere. He's not even. That's just gassing him up. He's not even in top 5 MVP conversation.
He's top 5, but he's not top 3.
You're bugging. Number 1 is Joker. It's not even close. Joker.
Number 1 is Embiid.
Okay. You seen Joker's numbers?
Dude,
Because
Embiid put
you
up
talking
40
about not
last night.
fancy.
Did you
You
not
talking
see
about
40
not
last
fancy.
night?
What?
Embiid put up 40 last night.
Joker has put up a triple double like for the last 42 games. Joker is having the most efficient season of all time. He's about to pass Will Chamberlain for triple doubles. The fuck is he talking? They talking about a 40-point game. Okay, see, you talk about niggas not giving people.
Joker already won MVP. John Morant, I'm on my Grizzly. Yeah, shout out to J. Cole.
Okay, it's still Joker, Embiid.
It's still, I think Giannis has been
DeRozan
balling
is
out of
in
his
there.
mind too.
Giannis is in there.
Giannis. I feel like
Morant
Giannis and Joker are like literally like the two, but Embiid has to be the favorite. And then it's like
he shoots
and
it.
then John Morant and
Cozy.
DeRozan are like the third shot.
All
You
right.
think DeRozan's ahead of Giannis and Joker?
No, DeRozan is because he
Yeah,
fell
he's a
off
third-
a little bit. He's
he's a
above John Morant.
They lost to the Bucks. I think I read a stat where they said they haven't beaten
They're
no
0
top.
and like 14 with top 3 teams.
Yeah, so like what the fuck?
Yeah, that don't matter. No one cares about that.
More for the MVP.
I mean, he's not gonna win the MVP.
I thought DeRozan had a chance.
Well, he had the hype. It was about there's a lot of hype again.
A lot of game winners.
When it actually comes down to voting and like the NBA executive votes and shit, it's Joker. They do this every year. Like, come on, they hype niggas up throughout the season every year. But there's never really a time where the MVP, the nigga who we think should be the MVP, doesn't get it.
I think it's Embiid though. I feel like a lot of people are gonna be like
Statistically, it's not.
triple doubles. I mean, I guess you're one of those people who
Joker's
weren't mad.
dropping like 36-point triple doubles.
If you're one of those people that weren't mad that Russell Westbrook, but I feel like you were a hater and you didn't believe Russell Westbrook should have won that MVP that year. You feel like you were a hater that said Giannis. So it's okay.
Let me look up Joker's stats. Look up Joker's last game.
And Joker's in the 6th seed, by the way. Like,
The fuck is the wait. Where are the
Miami
goddamn? Wait a
Sixers?
minute. Where the
Number
Sixers?
3.
At? Wait a minute.
number 3.
Number
I think
2 now.
Miami's number 1. Bucks is 2.
And they have 40 wins. Joker has bro. Joker is in the 6th seed because he's in the fucking Western Conference. They have what? The motherfucker. Yo, shut up.
Oh,
Shut
Sixers
the
number
fuck
2.
up. Yeah, shut the fuck up. If they were the Sixers have 40 wins, Joker has 39 wins. Stop it.
The Eastern Conference is the toughest.
Is way weaker.
You're smoking it. The Bucks. Kyrie just dropped 50 tonight. Victor Oladipo.
Wait,
back
you know the
dropping
Western
14.
Conference is the Suns, the Grizzlies, the Warriors, the Jazz, and the Nuggets and the Mavs. Right?
Nigga really threw up the Grizzlies and the Mavs. Like, they're, bro, that's equivalent to literally Miami.
The
Heat
Grizzlies
and-
are 40. The Grizzlies have more wins than the 76ers the year.
Yeah, because the East.
In
'cause
fact,
the East is-
5 more of
the East,
them.
Because the East is tougher.
The fuck is he? Okay.
Look at him.
This nigga don't even watch ball. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I do watch. East is a tougher.
Joker not gonna win the ring? Yeah. Is Jamal Murray back? He not back.
Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray, they're supposed to be returning to playoffs.
Him alone can't. You can't win a ring by yourself anymore. That's them days. Leave them shits in the 90s. Maybe early 2000s. Maybe.
Well, they said Michael Porter Jr. would be back. Even if he do come back, it would be restricted.
That nigga not the difference maker. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Michael Porter Jr. He is a difference maker. He was averaging like 20 points.
The East is now weak.
The East is now
The East isn't weak, but it's the West is the better conference right now. The fuck is you niggas talking about?
The East is way more.
The Suns, by the way, the Suns are by far the best
team in the league.
By
Yeah, but
far.
then after that, it like.
And the Grizzlies are better than Miami. The Warriors are better than
The
Miami.
Grizzlies are not better.
The
than
Grizzlies
Miami.
are right now. Stop.
Grizzlies are not better than Miami.
Okay.
They're even. You're just saying that because like
The Warriors are
shit, John-
definitely better than Miami.
The Warriors
And when
are not
Draymond
better-
comes back, it's not
the
even
Warriors
close.
are not that better. The Warriors are not that better than the Sixers.
I think it's okay. All right, man. We gonna see. Just
Did you see
realized they
Victor
gave
Oladipo?
Joker.
No, Victor Oladipo back by the way.
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
You didn't see Victor Oladipo. Then.
I
No way.
seen him put a Miami jersey on. I didn't
There's
see
no
him
way.
play. How much points did he score?
14 points in 11 minutes.
Oh, who they play?
Don't
The Rockets? Yeah, it was the Rockets. 14 points in 11 points in 15 minutes. 11 points, 4 assists, 15 minutes against the fucking poverty Rockets. Or the Rockets, 15th place, 16th place? What do you think? 14th?
They have Jalen Green in there.
Rockets 15th place. Nice.
That was Victor Oladipo's first game. Fucking hater.
No one's hating. Niggas acting like. First of all, King Bennett or nigga here that thought Miami was gonna beat the Lakers. Like we all know LeBron is mentally above them niggas. So the reason why LeBron won the bubble, he's
No,
mentally.
Victor Oladipo-
If you niggas don't know, LeBron is mentally above all these niggas, which is why he keeps doing what he's doing.
They didn't have
It's
Victor
not even
Oladipo,
close.
though.
So and that nigga dropped 55 and had to sit out. That nigga about to sit out about 5 games after that. Oh fuck, bro! I could drop 55 on the Warriors, and they about to sit out for 2 weeks now. It's like whoa, it's like whoa. That nigga body is about to turn to spaghettios.
Yo, LeBron dropping 50 is insane. At the age of 37.
Yeah, but that nigga body's now parked. He can't move. Yeah, nigga went too crazy. Now he can't move. And that nigga gotta be sitting on the bench in a fucking hoodie.
Shut up, bro, man. I'm crazy.
I just
can't
realized
wait
they gave Joker Melo's number. I mean, Joker is by far a better player than Melo. I don't know. It's not even.
Yeah.
Already see. Come on, it's not even. That's not even a hot take. He surpassed that nigga.
I mean, Joker, fuck, bro. If Joker never wins a ring, we're really gonna say Joker literally like top 15 greatest players of all time. Just what he's doing and shit.
This play is very boring though. I mean, they're always gonna hold him to that he's playing in this modern era of big men. Like
Yeah, but
no
he'll
one
never be
respects.
top.
You're not gonna respect.
Yeah, that's why he won't be top 10, but he'll definitely be top 15. Like if Joker doesn't get hurt and he keeps doing this for like another 5 years, like, the only thing that would be like, oh shit, he gets knocked off in the first round or some dumb shit. But even then, he's a big man. He's not even athletic. Like he's not like people are gonna respect him. He's like on some Tim Duncan shit. And even though like Tim Duncan has rings though. But...
Y'all watch LeBron's barbershop talk? I did not watch it. I only seen clips. He had Abbott Elementary. He had that chick on it. Chick who writes and acts and directs and does everything for it. Who else was on there?
I seen Elliot Wilson posted, but I'm like, was Elliot Wilson on it? I'm not sure.
No, it's his HBO show.
I mean, Elliot Woodson can still be on it.
Stop about what? I think I don't do no.
He's still the head of title. The app you're using right now.
You don't own it though.
Yeah, you're still.
Why the fuck would Elliot Wilson be on the shop to talk about what the fuck you
it
talking
sounds like Damon Dash would be like, yo, you're a worker.
He is a worker.
Shout out Elliot Wilson, man.
I only saw the Gambino haircut. Oh, that's where you saw the haircut.
Wait, someone really got a haircut on the show?
They actually do have they have the buzzers ringing on the fucking show. I'm like, that is so stupid, LeBron. Who the fuck is the producer? Why? Like, we don't actually need the goddamn Clippers buzzing. Like, you can cut that off. Like,
same. What's your guy's name that's fucking Adele?
Rich Paul.
Rich Paul. It literally has to be Rich Paul's vision.
Like, we get the vision you're going for, nigga. No, you don't gotta have the buzzers in the fucking mic. No reason to have that.
Ah, man. I know we're heavy on basketball. I was gonna give up on football, by the way. The Broncos pulled the deal. They got Russell Wilson. Shout out to Petty's girl Rahel. I don't know if you guys are beefing or whatever. I know she's a Bronco fan. Hopefully you happy somewhere celebrating in Ontario and shit. Cause I'm happy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't even hype today, but the excitement seeing this Russell Wilson trade going in, it was like, bro, I'm gonna keep it a bad. If you're like a football fan and you don't have a quarterback, this shit rough. And then you use like, this shit rough. It's like, you can have a good defense, a good running back. That shit don't matter. If you don't have a quarterback, like, your team is just in shambles. Like, there's nothing exciting to feel and shit. And for 6 years, it was tough, bro. It was tough. And now we have fucking Russell Wilson. Let Russell cook. Apparently, this is like the biggest trade in like modern NFL history for a quarterback who's 32 years old. Because in the NFL, there's not like the NBA. They're old fashioned. They don't trade. You don't trade your star quarterback. Like, bro, the NFL is so many years behind when they care about players and shit, and like having a voice and shit. So this is the first time a quarterback who's 32 years old is getting traded to a fucking team. If we would have got Aaron Rodgers is 37. Tom Brady was released by the Patriots. This is the first time where a quarterback is demanding a trade. No, not demanding. Oh yeah, he did demand a trade, and he's going somewhere, and he had to sign off on it. We got fucking Russell Wilson, and we got Sierra now. I'm listening to Sierra all day today.
All right, it's the NFL report. Football is definitely one of the worst sports ever. But,
you don't care? Like, you don't? I thought Russell Wilson was your guy.
In Madden.
I'm buying.
I like Russell Wilson in Madden. They released Bobby Wagner. That shit hurt my heart. Like, the fuck going on? Is that nigga going to Broncos with Russell like Gronk? Yeah, like Gronk and Tom Brady. And don't they have like the other superstar? What's his name? Jamal Adams. Why do they release Bobby Wagner? Is he Bobby Wagner washed? They've been saying they keep Bobby saying all this every time they talk about it, and they bring up how he's like a showing for the Hall of Fame and like the greatest fucking nigga on the Seattle or whatever. So I'm like, I assume he's old as shit. If niggas keep bringing up his Hall of Fame level stats, and it's like, oh, he's a Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, he was supposed to make $20 million. He was supposed to make $20 million, so they just cut him and shit. Like, they literally were paying him off just off fucking what you did and not like what you've done recently. Man, the Broncos, are they gonna finish with 12 wins? I feel like 14 wins wins you that division because Patrick Mahomes is in that division. We're gonna beat Kansas City Chiefs one game. I feel like we're gonna split the division, but I feel like it's in a matter like 14 wins gonna win you that division. Like, you bro, being relevant, bro, living in California or in division. Apparently, the Denver is West Coast, which I never knew. Did you know that?
I never know where Denver is.
Exactly. It's West Coast because they play West Coast teams and shit like the Raiders, the Chargers, and shit. And I don't know where the fuck Kansas City Chiefs is, but they got Patrick Mahomes, and I'm like, bro, seeing all these Raider fans, these Charger fans, because they got fucking Justin Herbert. Bro, I can finally wear a jersey with pride. And I fuck with Joe Burrow, and like I like the NFL and shit, but special thing when you're like relevant. Like I can't wait to the day where Shea gets Shea Gildress Alexander and fucking Josh Giddey are going to the fucking playoffs, by the way. Because it's cool we're talking about the Sixers and Miami Heat and everyone, and I love James Harden and Golden States and Devin Booker, but it is the good feeling when your team is actually fucking in the playoffs and relevant. You can talk shit. Because fuck me. That's what I needed.
Okay. All right. The NFL.
Yes, Russell
guys.
Wilson jersey is coming, by the way. Russell Wilson is 32. He is getting a Russell jersey before the season starts. Russell Wilson jersey is coming. Fuck.
Anyway, it is 12:30. We definitely scraping the bottom of the barrel for NFL. It ain't even the Super Bowl. You're talking about an NFL trade. All right.
Dude, and they can't announce it for like one more week. It's crazy.
Shout out to Russell Wilson. I think Benedict the Butcher drops next week. Is it next week? Actually, I think Benedict the Butcher drops. I don't know. Actually, I don't think.
This
no
is
news
Def
are
Jam
coming out.
debut?
What happened?
Def Jam debut?
Benny for Benny?
Yeah.
Yes, I think it is a Def Jam debut. I think
you
they're
listen-
all doing their debuts this year. I think Conway's last album, which is Fire, was his Shady debut, and this is Benny's Def Jam debut.
I know we didn't highlight it, but shout out to National Woman Day.
Ain't no woman here.
There ain't no woman in here. Yeah, exactly. But shout out to National Woman Day. You still get love and shit.
And I celebrate women every day.
Yeah, she came from a woman, so shout out to women.
Nah, you don't fuck with women. I heard your Nicki Minaj takes.
I mean,
and your
Nicki
Meg Thee
Minaj,
Stallion takes.
I love the Doja Cats. I love the Lauryn Hills. I love I mean, there's indie artists that I fuck with, by the way.
Sure you do, buddy. Anything you say.
Shout out to the Solanges of the world and shit.
No, for sure.
I love those type of women. Not really the Nickies of the world. What was I gonna say? I went on a hike before I didn't stream. Apparently I can't hike because there's no signal up there, so there's like my hiking streams. It's like a back thought for it on Twitch. No Boy Wonder's not here, but yeah. Apparently you don't get no signal up in the mountains. Who would have thought?
I would have thought.
I did go on a hike though. Random dude pulled up on me and was like, yo, where do you go hiking and shit? And I'm just like, what the fuck? He was talking to me in Spanish, and Spanish is iffy, but shout out to that dude. But I'm hiking again. The sun, daylight saving. Does daylight savings change in a week for me or no?
I mean, it's going backwards. You're losing an hour.
But the sun's gonna be longer. It's gonna be
Well,
sunny longer.
Well, yes, it's going to be sunny longer.
You know, so the sun hitting.
But you lose an hour. The clock is going backwards.
Clock is going backwards.
So basically, it's sunny earlier.
You're in the future, but I'm looking at it from present. The sun's gonna be.
This nigga asked me which way to okay.
The sun's gonna be longer, so I'm excited, bro. Like, and shit, hiking again and shit. Yeah, I try to put that out. Like, I've been eating pizza though, cause some shit happened. Yo, pay your student loans, man, cause they're eventually gonna get you. Student loans are eventually gonna come for you. I came to find out that it was student loans. So, they don't play, man.
Don't worry, buddy. I also don't get back any taxes.
Yeah, there's difference of when you actually thought you were gonna get something back though.
In fact, I pay. I'm no communist. Not communist. I'm conservative. Communist may be a bit too far. I'm still trying to make more and more money than niggas. It's a bit too far. We're conservative.
Student loans are crazy. This is a good stream. I expected it to be a good stream. Thought it was gonna be a short stream because actually it's been 2 hours.
I'm trying to wrap up. That's what I'm trying to do.
Hey, you are trying to wrap up, but I just had to like get that out there to put that in the universe and shit. And if you shout out to Jose Cuervo for sponsoring.
Okay. Shout out to everyone that put up this shit.
No,
I don't know what the fuck this nigga talking about. Shout out to y'all niggas. This nigga like, I don't know what he on. But I don't know what's going on. I don't know if anyone even still here. I would have left. We were this nigga. I don't know what this nigga talking about. I would have been
Let
left.
me put that in the universe. If I'm hiking or whatever, you can pull up whatever. If I'm hiking, I don't mind it. I'm gonna put that on the universe. Like, I don't mind it. Shout out to Texas, by the way. That's like a deeper, darker secret. Shout out to Texas if you finessing. I hear getting people to pay. Hey man, pussy is power, bro.
Are you drunk? What's happening right now? Were you
I'm
drinking
definitely
before the
buzzing
stream
and
started?
Yeah, I was. That's why I had the.
Oh, no wonder this nigga was 0-4 on his facts. Fuck.
Yeah, shout out to Texas.
This nigga can get a fact right today.
I did get facts right.
If you
Shout out
actually
to
Google
Texas.
all of them, you're wrong.
Shout out to Texas. You finessing and shit. Pussy is power. People are gonna pay. People are gonna pay, man. They just fucking
All
up
right.
the price of pussy.
I'm leaving. Goodbye. We back on Thursday. I don't even think anyone is left in here after that shit you were talking. I don't know.
It
I don't know.
said he had 4 viewers.
I don't think ain't nobody watching this shit. Goodbye if you were watching. Goodbye.